last session we decided to take the kids back to town. Someone help me with the name of the town.
Vallaki.
Vallaki. That's it. Take the kids back to Vallaki. We wanted to make sure they got somewhere safe and not to the Burgomaster. So I think the group escorted back to the church and then to the orphanage. In the meantime, myself and Lys stayed out of the town because they didn't want a tiefling in the town, even though the altar boy's a tiefling, which was kind of weird.
Rude.
And they wouldn't allow any weapons. As a group, we decided not to just slaughter everyone and play it cautiously, and me and Lys ended up in the... Oh, what's the woman's name?
Jeny.
Jeny's hut outside of town.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping she would turn up, but she never did. While the rest of the party ended up walking around deciding whether or not they wanted to kill the Burgomaster of the town or not, deciding against it. And I think they went to sleep in the inn, and they're waking up today to do various things.
That's right.
I think that's where we ended.
Does anybody have any questions before we get started in the inn?
No, I think we're good.
Ellarian's kind of slow to wake. Shaq, do you have any questions about your character? Or did you watch this episode or anything like that I posted?
Oh, yeah, Shaq, you're currently a dog.
Well, Shaq rested at the inn for the night, but he snuck in as a dog with the children.
Yeah.
So he was able to have his weapons if he wants to. But the guards are on the lookout for people who are just openly carrying weapons. And if you remember, the reasoning behind that was the idea was that there was an assassination attempt on the Baron, which was the Burgomaster. If you guys remember way back in like episode 2 or 3, when you guys exploded the top floor of the building with the kid, the Burgomaster's kid, the brat, and
He
poor,
was just angry that all his potatoes went missing.
yeah, poor Lucius, went ham a little bit, went kind of crazy. We got Ellarian joining up here. Cool. And we're just doing the recap. Ellarian.
Awesome.
Glad to see everybody's kind of here. We're just missing Dorma. Dorma's on a little bit of an emergency, family emergency, and that's okay. We're going to start off in the inn, though. Everybody's kind of waking up. Viridian and Dorma were down, like, having some eggs. Ellarian wakes up, and Shaq wakes up. And the barkeep comes up to Viridian. He's like, "So, were you sure about the gem being gone?
Yes,
Consecrated the gem?"
the gem is no longer here.
May I ask again why?
To help rid this land of its misfortune and to maybe bring light back to the lands instead of perpetual darkness.
Make a persuasion roll. The DC is 10. He's a little perturbed because basically his family business is like totally ruined. He's like,
15.
"Oh, Damien will not be pleased. This is terrible news. But how are you enjoying your eggs?"
Quite delicious, thank you.
There was this stranger over there. He points to what does your character look like? The mysterious cloaked stranger in the inn. And no, this isn't a bad fantasy trope.
He paid for your eggs.
Yes, he paid for your eggs this morning. What do you look like?
Me?
Yeah.
You see, just common size, like shape of a man, and pretty common clothing for Barovia, with a hood over his head, but his eyes are glowing a slight tint of red. And he's just kind of sitting there motionless with no food next to him.
He said he was looking for someone, I think, and of course, he seems all right. He doesn't want any alcohol, thank God. Well, I'll leave you be. So Shaq and Ellarian, so let's set the scene a little bit. Shaq, Ellarian, Marcus's new character, and Dwarma says, "You guys, I'm kind of like tired and stuff still, so I'm just going to go to my room, but if you guys plan on leaving or doing anything," he's like, "I plan on trying to go buy some ink, but that's about it." And Dwarma walks upstairs. What do you guys want to do?
I guess since Shaq and Ellarian are walking down, I as they're coming up to the table, I say, "There's a gentleman over there that seems to have taken interest in us, or at least me." And then I gesture over towards the guy that's standing over there with the glowing eyes.
So he has a crush on you?
Well, I guess that remains to be seen. Unless anyone objects, I think we should see what piques his interest. He says he's looking for somebody.
I'll walk over and say hello.
Hey.
Anyone else want to join me?
May I know your name of who to thank for the eggs?
So I you see my guys like eyes like turn brighter, and then he looks up and he goes, "Ha ha 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 ha! Welcome. My name is ALASTOR. I'm looking for Marcus. Do you know where he might be?"
I'm terribly sorry to have to be the one to give you the news, but Marcus has unfortunately passed a few nights ago.
What happened?
We fought Strahd and his vampire brides, and unfortunately, Marcus was not able to make it out alive.
Processing.
And then I look over at Ellarian. It's like, did he just say processing?
This cannot be good. The Mad Mage told me specifically to find one named Marcus. The other one is processing. You see his like lights flicker a little bit, and then he like comes back and he goes, "Irina."
Well,
yeah.
Unfortunately,
Sorry.
Irina is no longer here as well. She has been taken by Strahd.
You see him pull down his hood, and his like head is just made of like a dark metal. So he's humanoid in shape, but he's warforged. And you see him do like a 360-degree turn with his head. And then he comes back to you and he says, "I don't see them anywhere."
We just told you. Go on.
What? Gone? What do you mean?
Strahd has taken her during the battle.
Why are you at the inn?
We came to buy horses to try to travel faster.
I tried a horse once.
How did that go?
Not well.
Oh. Do you know them?
The horses? No.
The others that you asked about?
I do not know the horses' names.
No, the people, the Marcus and Irina.
Processing. Once reprogrammed by the Mad Mage, I did know them at one time. I do have them pictured in my mind. But I think that was my former build. The current one I'm in, I have not met them yet. But they would recognize me, I'm sure of it. Do you know where they are?
I don't think you people understand how death works. Once... You know what? What do you want with them?
In Barovia, death is only temporary. I was reforged.
Sure you were, buddy.
My objective is simple: to find Marcus and Irina and to defeat Strahd. My new build should be perfect for such a...
Well, we want to defeat Strahd as well. Irina may still be able to be saved, but Marcus, unfortunately, I don't think we can bring him back from death.
Death is
I
only
know.
temporary in Barovia. I was reborn.
You're special.
Said that already.
Marcus was special too, but not in the same way you're special.
My master says I'm special too.
Who is your master?
The Mad Mage, of course. He's defeated Strahd once before.
Where is
Irma?
the Mad Mage?
Oh, that's simple. He holds out his hand, and then a little map kind of pops out of it. And he points at the map, and it's north of Ravenloft, without actually pulling the map up. It's in the northeast mountains. He says, "Here, he's been relocated to have a better eye on Strahd."
Why can't he destroy Strahd now if he's defeated him before?
Unfortunately, he's went mad.
Well, I guess that makes sense as to why it's called the Mad Mage. Well, unfortunately, you will not be able to find who you're looking for, but your directives align with ours. If you would like to travel with us, we all may be able to defeat Strahd.
Processing. Defeat Strahd, that's my primary objective.
As is ours.
Then what are we waiting for?
We're waiting for you to explain yourself, sir.
Oh, you're muted.
I love that
Let's-
he's managed to make even more of a one-dimensional character than Marcus.
It's like Mark. It looks like ALASTOR has some aggro. Why don't we go outside, where we're in Jeny's shack? It's like just a dilapidated shack with a bunch of just baubles and trinkets, shells, rocks, and nothing of great value. The sun has come up. It's about 8:30 in the morning. As we ended the scene with you guys outside, Lys was like talking with the sword. There was some conflict going on with the sword. Toggle had thrown the sword to the other side of the room. Lys had picked it up and wants to basically doesn't like her current state. She wants to try to find a way back to being her old self, and she thinks that the sword maybe can do it. The sword is a little pissed that you guys are just waiting around. What do you guys want to do?
Okay, but do you want me to go and get the others? Was that the plan?
Either you go in or I go in. Actually, I have invisibility, so I can just make you invisible with all the shit, and then we can just go in together.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy carrying it all. I'll be honest.
Okay. Okay.
I have 4 swords, 3 axes, and like 2 sets of armor. It's getting pretty heavy.
Okay. They're not gonna let me in regardless, because they're
Well, why don't you just go invisible and go and find them? I think
How am I gonna get in?
You said you can go invisible.
Yeah, but I need to get through the door.
It's a big open gate. It was a big
Right.
port. I'm not mistaken in thinking it was a massive portcullis into the town, wasn't it?
I thought so, or at least just opening gates.
I thought it was a gate that we had to get through that they'd open.
So I actually just invited you guys to the map. This is a map that somebody created of Vallaki. It's the best one I could find. If you I think you can double click your character, Lys, and you're basically in Jeny shack.
Yep.
Holy, okay.
Pretty cool, huh?
Okay. This place is massive.
So if you look over Lys, you'll see kind of what I'll highlight with the flashlight, and of course, you can see on stream and stuff. But there's a portcullis, and up atop the portcullis is the ramparts where the guards were talking. And of course, I don't have like all the models out because I just loaded this up, So it's not like a total miniaturized world where I'm the creepy guy in the basement with the train figures putting all the little guys out, But these maps usually don't come with the pre-built models.
Right.
But this is just to kind of give you an idea of what the city kind of looks like. Now, I've put these shacks outside of the building, and I've just put you in a randomized shack to give you kind of an idea. So the ramparts are essentially 10 feet tall. They're just made from like local lumber. Again, like I said last week, it's not like mason stone like Ravenloft, like an actual castle. This was some type of city that was built by all the wayward travelers and people sort of trapped by the mists. People have come together as this is a central point located in Vallaki. In all of Barovia. It's next to a lake, which is on the north side as well. So, do you have any other questions, Lys?
Not really. Now that I can see that. Okay, so I still have to get through either way. They still have to like technically lift the door up, right?
They open the gate.
Go in and you can wait with the gear, and I'll just tell them to come back as soon as possible.
Yeah, we can do that, and I'll try to see if the sword can tell me anything else.
Do you want me to tell your mother to come as well, or are we leaving her here?
Leave her here.
Okay.
You guys are kind of like mid conversation, and I'm gonna say the door like explodes. We need to. What do you guys do?
Well, I was leaning against the door when we went to sleep, so...
That's right. The door explodes with your back against it, and I'm going to assume that you're kind of caught by surprise and you go prone. What do you want to do?
Pull my axes out, turn around.
If he is like, is he thrown anywhere from that? Because it's
He just
exploding.
like falls. So. The door like swings wide open. Really, I just want to.
Okay.
It does. I wouldn't say the door like explodes. It's just a metaphor, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Adjective. But like,
it's just like
something.
Explosion,
I'll just say something like goes through, and this is your chance to like do something.
Okay.
Stand up, pull my axes
I'm gonna
out.
try to stand in front of if Tog's prone or something. I'm gonna try to cover him, make sure he's got enough. He's covered to get up.
Okay, I'll load the. Why don't you roll for initiative?
Tog, we're screwed.
Yep.
Come forward.
I rolled
got
a nat
24.
20. Oh, I rolled a 20. So, Tog, what'd you get? Lys starts
Quite
first.
high. 23.
Yeah, you guys actually go ahead of me.
Wow.
I've started the encounter. Lys is up first.
Do I see what just attacked us?
No.
Okay. Then
You don't need, you're not
am-
being attacked. The door is just violently exploded, essentially. Open Tog stands up with his weapons drawn.
Okay. I am gonna just. I'm gonna have my weapon ready with my hand out.
The sword?
Yeah. I'm gonna have the sword out.
You have the
like,
sword? The
hello?
sword, like, beams, like... Do you have it as a long sword, you said?
Longsword, yes.
Okay. You can wield it as dual-handed, so it does 1d10. Tog, what do you do? Or is it your turn over, Lys? Do you want to do anything else?
Just,
You've readied yourself.
ready to say a warning. Just be like,
Okay.
get ready to get fucked.
I'm going to stand myself up. Stand in front of Lys. So she's behind me, because I know she's a bit more squishy than me from
Squishy.
past
Do you want to move
experience.
yourself? You can.
Yeah, I did. I moved, like, in between her and the door.
Okay.
What the hell?
Who was that? Who's slamming their keyboard?
Sorry, that's me just, Sorry, my mic picked it up. Did it kind of go ham there a little bit?
Someone smashed it.
I thought that was, I was like, oh wow, what's going on over there?
All right.
And
Sorry.
then I'm going to just ready an action. Ready an attack if anything, if I see anything. Can I see anything out the door?
Make a perception roll.
Oh, I don't see shit. 10.
It does like it's like a large like gust of wind has just exploded through the door almost. Undetermined who's entering or leaving. I mean, you are in Jenny's shack. You don't see Jeny though. I'm gonna make an attack roll on Toggle with advantage. I roll it to myself because I don't want you to see the creature. I roll with 24 to hit. It makes
hits.
two slam attacks. 9 damage. Bludgeoning damage. You're not raging right now, are you?
Yeah, it's just 9 damage, yeah.
Okay. Attack number 2 on the Toggle. I should have rolled. I just hit with a 20. I'll roll again though. Should have rolled with advantage. I'm using my sanguine dice again. 9 more damage. Your turn's up, guys. Lys is up.
Okay. Do I see it? Can I try to see if I see it?
Make a perception roll.
Not seeing shit!
Apparently not.
That was such a bad roll. Shoot.
Something hit me.
You see
I
his Tog
see
like,
that. Do I have, fuck it. I'm gonna just throw,
like all the junk in the room is starting to like swirl and topple a little bit. You've been caught by surprise. I rolled a d20 and I rolled a wisdom save for Tog in secret. Strahd was successful in scrying on Toggle.
oh, okay.
Now the
I'm
sword
gonna
is out, and so like if Strahd was like invisible or another vampire was invisible, they'd be taking damage, right? So.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you want to do, Lys?
I don't know.
Do you want to try to swing at it?
I don't see it. So
You can try to swing at it, but it's just at disadvantage, right?
I'm gonna just throw some frostbite. I'm gonna just cast frostbite out in the area.
Roll an attack roll with disadvantage, right? Because you can't see it.
It's actually just a
It's a range attack roll.
saving. It's a saving throw.
Yeah, I'll allow. What's a
One
DC?
problem with them spells says you must be
15,
able to
con
see
15.
your target to cast.
I can just throw it to an area.
We can allow a target. It's not a big deal. What's the saving throw?
Con 15.
Okay. I rolled a 7. How much damage do I take?
11
Nice.
frost damage.
Did you turn over?
Do I see anything
No.
from it? Okay.
I mean, you see like you're hitting like you see like a bunch of like yeah, I'll say like since you cast it in the area, a bunch of frost like outlines, like almost like the wind, just crystallizes and goes into nothingness. Toggles up.
Do I see that?
Yeah, you can make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Alright, I'm not gonna attack then. I'm gonna take my big fur cloak from Bloodhoof, and I'm gonna try and put it over the top of it and grapple.
Gonna try to grapple it.
Mm-hmm.
Make a grapple check. We'll use athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics, I guess. Ooh, pretty bad. 17.
The creature, you like try to grab it, you feel like something out there, and then you just goes through nothing. Like you have your axes out, right, and you feel the axes metal like clang together as you do it. The creature is immune to grapple. I'm at two more attacks on the Tog. Attack number 1. 23.
Yep.
You take another 7 points of damage. Attack number 2 on the toggle is a 21. And then roll. Another 8 points of damage. Lys is up.
Lys is gonna take a guess with the shit that we've been dealing with and just say, okay, they're probably some vampires or some shit.
Sure.
And use the symbol of Otun to cast Hold Vampires in 30 feet.
Sure, you aim the symbol up high. Do you want to describe it at all?
Yeah, she's gonna grab it and then, because it's on her neck, and then she's gonna just push it out.
Yeah.
And it's gonna...
That's right.
You assume she's gonna see.
Yeah, it fills up the whole room, right? Now, the thing about this symbol is we've been kind of, like I think we did in the previous battle, you like targeted it out there. It actually is just centered around yourself, right?
Right.
The creature's unaffected. It's not a vampire. Toggles up.
I'm getting pissed off now, so I'm gonna rage. I tried to grab it, it got away. It keeps hitting me. I'm getting annoyed, so I'm just gonna start windmilling in the air with my axe.
Go outside, you don't hit me.
Tog like turns Hulk mode. His eyes go bloodshot, and he starts swinging wildly with disadvantage.
Yep.
Because he's almost attacking the wind itself. The whole like Jenny's shack is like just being blown around, like just crap and debris is flying. Everything. You rolled a hit.
20?
You hit. Yeah, you hit. Go ahead. Do some damage. Nice. 10.
12 damage for the first one.
Nice. Now you can create custom weapons that will also add in the modifier for your rage damage. You just have to like customize it.
Yeah,
it's just a little pain in the ass if you want to, Todd. Because it doesn't automatically do it. Because D&D Beyond doesn't count status effects like raging. Attack number 2.
Same again. Disadvantage. 22 to hit.
Nice, you're rolling well. Do some
Is
damage.
Lys technically next to the creature?
Unknown.
Okay.
I mean, I put out a battle board just in case you guys want to like book it and tail. You like run off or something.
The only thing is, if I hit it, I would technically get.
I didn't see your damage roll. It's like rolling. Yeah, we'll allow you to get sneak attack damage.
So it's 10 points of damage for the second, and then the sneak attack on top of that. Then
I can't see your roll. It's just processing, but that's okay.
Okay, so it's
Just
18 in total.
So another 8 in sneak attack damage. Okay, sure.
And then my offhand, I don't know if it's.
Yeah, non-magical offhand yet again because you didn't want to wield the sword.
16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Half damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 9 reduced to 4. So 4 points.
Lys is up.
I'm gonna... This may be a bad idea, but I'm gonna try to...
Isn't the creature after me?
You don't know.
We don't know. That's why I'm trying to get outside.
You're going to try to run outside?
I'm gonna try to get to this point right here.
Okay.
Is it blocking? Am I able to get through there, or is it gonna like block the door?
Unknown, but I'll take an attack of opportunity on you. For starters.
Stay together. Lys.
Okay. Fair enough.
I
I'm
roll an
not
attack
leaving.
of opportunity on Lys as she tries to escape the door. I roll a 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
I just roll minimum damage, 5 damage. I'm rolling kind of low, actually.
I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke.
Sure, go ahead.
Fuck, where is it? So it just needs a saving throw, a dex saving throw, 15.
Okay. I failed that. 10.
So you take 14 points of damage.
See, like, the flames erupt and, like, the wind and the fire and the room is, like, catching on fire. Roll a d20. If you roll a 16 or higher, Jeny's shack catches on fire. So, I mean, it's like kind of a tinderbox in a way. It's just like, hey,
We gotta get out.
and shit. Well,
What's the one?
The wind blows everything out, and, like, fortunately, the place doesn't catch on to fire. As you, in your rage, you erupt into flame. Toggle is up, right? Or did I attack? I attacked Toggle.
It was an attack of opportunity. I think.
Yeah.
How far did I make it? Did I make it at like?
The entranceway is blocked, so you
Okay.
can't escape.
So I try. So I'm gonna try to at least go onto this side of him.
Sure.
And now that I couldn't get out of the doorway, I'm gonna cast.
I'm gonna cast another spell.
I'll do.
Toggle's up next.
I'll just do frostbite again, and that's just another con saving throw.
Sure. Con.
Mhm.
Okay.
15.
Didn't pass. Roll some damage.
It'd be 9.
Okay. Toggle's up.
I'm gonna keep spinning like a crazy man.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. 13.
Just missed. You feel like the air as you're cutting into it, but like nothing happens.
Second attack. Oh, even worse. 10.
Natural 1. No.
Mm-hmm. And then offhand.
Yep.
Oh, another natural 1. 9.
You feel like the wind. There's nothing talking to you. It's just like the wind is just gusting around you. I'm going to make 2 more attacks with the invisible stalker. I'll attack Lys this time. Attack number 1 on the Lys with advantage. It's a hit. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, Lys, from the first attack. Second attack is a 17. What's your AC?
14.
6 more damage. Lys is up.
Oh shit.
The wind is starting to like stir down a little bit. Maybe it's losing some strength.
I think I'm trying to. So many things with this talisman. I'm gonna use the sudden cacophony to throw the voice when it hit me. Because,
Sure.
like, you know how, like, Lys has got, like, the voices in her head of,
Oh, yeah.
of the ancestors?
From the Dark Gift, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the saving throw is for that, because it says if it fails a saving throw, it'll be deafened.
So you're trying to deafen the creature?
Yeah.
What saving throw do I need to make? We'll say it's a con
I don't know.
save.
Yeah, but I
We'll
don't know
use
the
your
number.
spell save DC. I rolled a 17. What's your spell save DC?
15.
So I passed.
So, okay.
Is that
there's
an
a thing
that
that happens.
was an action?
No, it's just a reaction.
Okay, so
But it can be used as an action.
Yeah, sure. Because I just attacked you.
If the attacker isn't deafened, add a proficiency bonus to your AC.
So it's
I don't know
not
what
deafened.
that means.
So
Okay.
it didn't work. Is
Okay.
your turn over, Lys? Or do you want to do it now? Your action's up because that was just a reaction that you were doing, right? I can look it up if you really want me to.
No, I was gonna use that as like an action and try
Sweet.
to.
Okay, didn't work. Do you want Tog to go up?
Second hand. Yeah, she's gonna stumble back a bit because that takes a lot.
Okay, the creature gets an attack of opportunity.
If she stumbles.
Well, you can disengage as an action I'll allow it. You can kind of disengage as you're kind of like getting your bearings straight. You're just kind of swinging the sword wildly, and you
She's
cautiously step backwards. The creature sees you injuring and wielding the sword. Toggles up. Gonna make some more attacks, Tog.
Do I have a rough idea where the creature is if I see her?
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, I put out the map, the board and stuff because
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. But this is just we can do it obviously theater of the mind, too. Yeah. So you saw the creature like almost swipe at Lys as she backed away with the sword.
Okay, I'm gonna like interpose myself in between where I think the creature is and Lys.
Okay.
So she takes a stumble back, and then I'm just gonna keep whirlwinding.
Sure.
I'm trying to hit it. Do. A bit better.
It's a hit.
22.
Oh yeah.
So that's it's pretty good
Plus,
damage.
but Lys has stepped away, so you don't get the sneak attack damage. I'll say.
No, I don't.
11. 13.
So, plus 13 for the first attack.
The wind starts to die down even further.
Second attack. Yeah, 18.
That's a hit. You're slicing into it, and as you keep slicing wildly into, the wind starts to die down even further.
That's another 11 points of damage.
Nice. Last attack.
And then offhand. Oh, I need to roll again.
It's okay.
11.
Unfortunately, that didn't hit. Lys is up. Yep. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm up with the guy. It sees Lys getting injured, so it's going to try to finish her off. So the creature steps forward, not provoking an attack of opportunity, into Lys's threat range and makes 2 attacks. I rolled a 10 on that one, so I rolled pretty low. So the first attack misses. And the second attack hits with rolled pretty well, 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Do you want to use your reaction, or are you down?
I'm not down, but I do have a second wind if I end up getting that close.
Okay. I mean, the creature is next to you, wailing into you.
Where's my reaction?
You can do a reaction like the Hellish Rebuke thing, right?
I can only use that once.
Per round. So the round reset.
Oh, then yeah, then I'm gonna use it again.
Yeah, and the last time you used your action, so use your Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, yeah, if we're
If
gonna
you
do
want
that
to.
then. Yeah, definitely.
Is that cost a spell slot or anything like that, though?
No.
Okay.
No.
I
It
think
just automatically happens.
Nice.
I think Hellish Rebuke is so many times per long rest, isn't it?
I don't know. I'd have to pull up her character sheet.
Oh, it is once per long rest. It's not once. It's not
Oh,
once
thank you,
per
Jeny.
reaction.
Well, okay, what do you want to do, Lys? Your turn is up. No reaction.
Well, if it's hitting me, I know where it is.
Yep.
So does it count as dual wielding if I cast a spell and then smack it with the sword?
You think about like what Dwarma's doing and how he like cheese balls the DM.
Well, that's what I do in Skyrim. Is I always have a spell in one hand and I smack him with the Dawnstar.
That's kind of what Dwarma can do because of the Bladesinger stuff, but unfortunately you cannot.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna try to smack it with the sword.
Okay. Roll an attack roll.
Don't
Plus
fail
8.
me.
20, nice.
20.
I mean, you're hitting pretty well. I mean, a plus 8. I mean, that's good because it's a +2 sword. It's a legendary sword, guys.
And then
I'll roll some damage.
it's
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 not
a
undead, so
1d8.
it's 1d10 because you're dual wield. You're using 2 hands on the sword, so it's a versatile weapon. So roll 1d10 plus the attack bonus, the bonus. Yes, so 6 damage. That's radiant damage. You're just hitting it. The sword is like a beam of light that strikes into the wind. The wind is almost like totally died down at this point. Toggle, you're up. You only get 1 attack though, right, Lys? Because you're not Hexblade. Yeah, you don't have like the Hexblade build.
Well, the bonus action would be 2 weapon fighting, but I don't have another weapon in my hand.
No. What do you want to do, Tog?
Gonna keep swinging.
Yeah.
See Lys getting hurt.
You'd have to use it as a short sword too, Lys. You can't dual wield. Oh no, you can as a long sword, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
versatile. So you can use a long
'Cause
sword
it's-
and then like another long sword, I guess.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
You
attack.
have to have
The feet?
Basically, do like you have to have the feet to dual wield that.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
We're going deep down the rabbit hole.
Anyway, I'm going to keep windmilling.
Rolling his hack roll.
And technically she's next to it now, so...
Are you
free to hit.
roll some
Oh
damage?
yeah.
How do you destroy it, Toggle?
Do I even know I destroy it?
The wind comes down. You swing your axe into it, into
Okay,
the wind, and like
I
something dies down, but you don't see anything. Like the wind just totally dies down. All the papers and shells and dirt and dust in the place like slowly begin to fall down as you're still kind of maybe on alert.
Right, Tog's going into full box mode, smashing.
The boxes.
Yep, Tog's just going around smashing everything in the shop, making sure it's dead.
Let's go back to the other group. Back at the inn. And you guys were talking about leaving or something, right?
Just
What do you guys wanna do?
bleeding on the floor.
I think we should try to get the items and meet up with the rest of our party. I don't know if they were expecting us to take this long.
What items?
Everyone left their weapons but me.
Oh, and Shaq.
And I think we were going to get horses. Was that right, guys?
Yeah,
my
we were
horse is not
looking
good enough anymore, or what? What happened to that?
Permanent.
It wasn't my idea. I don't know.
It's like
I'm not that comfortable on the butt. I know. I'm sorry.
Well then, if we don't need anything and all that, then maybe we could head back. Although I would like to make a pit stop back at the church to ask Father Lucian a couple questions, and then after that we can just meet back up at Jeny's shack. I'm sure they're all sleeping in over there.
Beridian, hope you had a pleasant morning. Is there anything else I can help you with, my lord? I'm glad you're acquainted to new strangers. One always needs companions in these lands. The fat barkeep / innkeep says, Mr. Mardukov.
Yeah, I think it was a really great morning, and thank you for the hospitality.
Can I help you? I couldn't overhear you talking about horses. We have a stable out back. I think some of the Vallaki traders are stabling some of their horses here, but if you wish, you could probably speak to them outside of town in their camp.
Thanks for the information. I do believe we have the horse situation back under control.
Oh, great.
So yeah, I think we're going to be prepping to leave, and hopefully next time we meet, we'll be on better circumstances.
Well, I have to give the bad news to Damien. That is so bad about the gym being lost. If there's any way you could find a way to restore the wine flow or bring the sun back, which has never happened here ever. So, oh God, it just depresses me thinking about it. I'll be gone now. He walks off and sort of dejected again.
We're working on it.
Oh. And he says, "Oh, let me get you your potatoes before you go." And he walks off.
You remembered.
What do you guys do?
Yeah, I think if we decided that ultimately we don't need to buy anything, and realizing that the resources are just kind of thin, I think we're just going to try to head back to Tog and Lys.
Your spidey senses tingling?
Do you still want to go to the church to get the
Yeah,
holy
I would
water?
still like to go to the church. I know holy water's off the table, but that was just a whim of hopefully he could help. But there's one thing I may ask of him. So I would like to go back and visit, but I know time is of the haste. So if no one has any objections, I would like to head over there.
I'm here to serve.
I think you're muted if you're talking.
Sorry. Trying to keep it muted when you guys are talking and stuff. Are we going to the Church of St. Andreal, everybody?
Yeah, I think we're going to go there. Then we're going to start making our way out of town.
Okay, great. Let's go back outside. The wind has died down. The dust settles. Your attacker mysteriously gone. Lys looks like a bloodied mess. The sword says,
smashing boxes.
The sword says, the sword says, maybe you are worthy to be wielded by me. As it looks at your blood, like dripping down from your nose.
Just cuts on my face and everything.
Yeah, bruises.
Yep. How do scales bruise?
I don't know.
Wouldn't they just fall off?
I don't think you have scales. You're just.
Where is there? Aren't tiefling like scaled?
No, that's like dragonkin.
Dragonkin.
You look.
Tiefling ain't scaled.
What do you guys want to do?
Still smashing boxes until Lys tells me to stop.
Is there anything that can clean up this blood and like help me because I something's broken?
Make an investigation roll.
Broken investigation. All I see is blood.
No, I would say like you couldn't find anything like of use in Jeny's shack, unfortunately. To you, it's maybe there is something that could be put together and mashed together, but the wind blowing and disturbing everything is maybe just throwing all the organization off. I'd allow you to re-roll again if you want to stick around for another half an hour.
Is it not so much the fact that Tog's just smashed the fuck out of the shop completely?
That too.
Everything's broken.
Probably need to
Nothing's
leave.
intact anymore.
That is true.
Yeah, I finally start calming down. I look over at Lys.
You okay?
Are you okay, lass?
Fine. Yeah, I taste blood, but I'm fine. We're living. Are you okay? Because you smashed the shit out of those boxes.
Yeah, I was just making sure there was no girls hiding in this place.
What was that? That hurt?
I don't know. But
Did you
I
see
think,
it?
Nope, I didn't see it. I felt it all. It hit me a few times and I landed some blows. Seemed to be mainly made out of wind. Maybe I ate something I didn't know about.
I don't know what that was. We gotta get out of here. I don't know if there's more coming. There's probably more coming. How else did that get here?
Should we just go in town then?
Yeah. I don't care. We have to get through with these weapons. It doesn't matter. If they could probably see that shit was going on. I mean, we kind of set some shit on fire here, but you know.
I'll let Toggle I'll have Lys make an insight roll. Toggle can make an insight roll with disadvantage.
Insight.
We'll say the DC is 19. Then that one's coming up, fellas. You guys can't quite put it together. We heading to the gate?
Well, I just got shook, so.
Yep.
You walk to the gate. Okay,
Middle
so we're walking up to the gate where the guards are at. And the weapons you have, what are you planning to do? You planning to forfeit them over to the guards or hide them and try to sneak them in, Tog?
Nope, I'm going straight up to the gate.
Okay.
And approach him.
Okay. You approach the guards at the gate. It's right now about like 8:45-ish. So the guards are posted 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is up, so they're like, Master Dwarf, I was worried about you, but you seem like you're of the nature of the woods and the mountains, so I'm sure you slept okay.
I'm okay, but she needs some attention, as you can see. She's a bit blooded. And
Did you get attacked by the wolves? I'm always afraid of that when you stay outside.
It wasn't the wolves.
It was some really bad wind.
Thinks it's like a funny joke.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was something I ate. I don't know. But anyway, she needs to get in. I need to keep her safe, so I'm holding on to these, if that's all right.
So the weapons?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Master Dwarf, but the Burgermaster's orders, we cannot allow you to enter with the weapons.
Well, tell the Burgermaster if he was got a problem with it, he can find me at the church healing this lass. And I'm just going to walk past him. I'm going to barge past him.
Well, the gates are closed, so you can't, like, just...
Is it a portcullis? I thought it was a portcullis.
Yeah, actually, if you got, like... Yeah, it's like a portcullis, where they would basically open up maybe one of the doors so they could let you through, and then... Otherwise, you know, you can't really, like, just walk right through.
Okay, I probably won't walk straight through a gate,
like, getting more aggressive, like, trying to push back the guard, then you, like, look at the doorway. There's not really a way to get in. The guards that are mounted up above, they have pikes that say, Master Dwarf, please, if you need us to hold your weapons, we will.
As long as you keep them at the gatehouse and they don't go to the stupid yard, they have to stay here. So when we leave in 20 minutes, they're here waiting for me. Because I don't want to wait for them when I come back.
Make a persuasion roll.
Intimidate him, Tog.
Or do you want to intimidate him? I don't know.
I'd rather intimidate him.
I'll try to intimidate the guards. Okay, roll an intimidation check.
Because I get
Keep 'em
advantage
here,
with
or I'll
intimidation.
gut you.
I don't think so. I don't think you get advantage. I think you
Nice. It's next level, Bob. I get advantage. Yeah. Oh, it was almost really good.
Oh,
It was like swirling round on 18 for ages and then fell all to the
Master
floor.
Dwarf, I'm sorry. I will, and he like tries to like get closer to you. He's like, 20 gold.
Oh, why didn't you just start with that? Oh,
So
Give him 20 gold.
It's like, all right, well, we'll keep your weapons near here, but don't tell anybody.
Yep, I won't tell us
we
all.
won't say shit.
Thank you, my lord. And they let you in. So your weapons, you don't have your weapons. Lys leaves the sword hilt. Is that
Oh no,
right?
I don't.
So the sword is
no.
retracted. Just Lys has to make a sleight of hand check.
It's gonna be behind me in my cloak because I have a pocket in the back of my.
Sure, you try to conceal it a little bit. They pat you down though. Still, if you want to try to hide any weapons, you have to make a sleight of hand check.
Sure.
Okay, roll it up.
Oh, don't get me in. Fuck. 8.
I won't try.
Milady, what is this? This looks like
It's
a
a
hilt
fairly-
for a sword.
It is a family heirloom. As you can see, I am very, very damaged
Make a
right now.
deception roll.
Yeah, there's no sword in that. It's not.
It's
It's
just
a
a
hilt.
hilt. It's just a hilt.
Unfortunately, the smithy has been jailed recently. Master Boris, he's at the reclamation center. He's the only one who could repair this. You make a deception roll. It's like, this does not look like an heirloom. It's too finely crafted. Look at this, Jarl. They like show it to Jarl.
Finely crafted.
They're like, well, let you take it in. 20 more gold.
I was just about to say
Fine,
that.
fine. Take it. Take the gold. It's staying.
All
with
right.
me.
Well, unfortunately, you won't be able to get it repaired. Good luck.
That's fine. I don't want to repair it.
Okay,
It's
so they
good.
give you back the Shun sword, which is like the lightsaber or whatever. So you guys walk in. Bridian, we're going into... Everybody else, we're going into the Church of St. Andreal. As Toggle and Lys are like walking in, you guys see the other group, because it's right down the street. We'll say Tog like spots them going into the Church of St. Andreal, the rest of the party, right?
That's good for me. I usually don't
It's not
see shit.
like, well, because like Shack is pretty big. You know, there's a light rain going on, but it's, you guys can take a look.
Do I now see? I'm assuming Neil's character is
ALASTOR.
from your earlier description is metal of sorts, or is he
What
stone?
does ALASTOR look like when he's walking through town?
He has his hood over, so he just looks like a commoner from a distance.
Oh, from a distance. Okay. So I won't say anything yet. I'll wait until we get up to the group.
Of course, when you're like, there's like ambient noise of the town, but as like ALASTOR is walking to the place, like, you can hear like a weight behind his steps as he hits into like the mud of the dirt streets and some of the cobblestones. So there's a lot more weight and force behind his steps, even though he looks like, how tall is your guy? Like 5'9", you said? Okay. We're walking to the Church of St. Andreal. It's only 8:45. I'm saying the church opens at 9, so you're a little early. And so the rest of the group can meet up with you guys for 15 minutes before the church doors open.
Hey, brilliant.
What happened to you guys?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm fine. She just got punched by a vicious wind.
Whatever the hell. It followed us somewhere. I don't know. There could be more.
We got attacked by saying, unfortunately, I had to leave your weapons at the gatehouse because I didn't want to start a fight. And I couldn't just walk through the gate. But, they've got some gold. They're going to look after them for us when we get out.
That's good. Well, more importantly, you guys are safe now.
Yeah.
Now. Took quite a beating.
Yeah.
Watch out for those winds.
Yeah, they were pretty vicious.
They're damaging winds.
Anyway, where's the...
Shaq can make a roll if he wants to. Oh, Shaq make an insight roll, DC 19. Or a nature roll, Shaq. You can roll nature or insight.
Okay.
How's the cart, horses, and the supplies coming?
Well, not so well. We ultimately decided that we don't really need anything. Just a good night's rest.
But
I mean, I need some healing, but
we need carts, we need horses, we need supplies, and I don't know if you know, but the children ate all of our food on the way here.
I think
Well,
that's
good thing I can create food from now on, so that'll be a non-factor.
Wait, you can make food, and I've been buying it and wasting my money on food while you can just make it out of no. Okay.
Well, it was just one of those things that, once you had 17 mouths to feed, that's when the issues start coming up. And that's when I thought of it.
Oh. Right. I guess so.
But if you
okay, so
did need stuff, they said the Vistani could help outside of town. But
we don't want to go. Oh.
and they don't have anything here. Apparently.
Marcus told me about the Vistani. Vistani work for Strahd.
So let's rewind that a little bit, Tog. There was an ally of the Vistani captain named Arrigal that Marcus told you about. He is the Vistani captain, but he said that he was going to leave if the wine shipments were to cease.
Yeah, I was under the impression that you already left. Is kind of
the Vistani are. You're partially right though. The Vistani are not. Some of them are servants of Strahd, but it was basically bound by one of the god, the god of Rima, that Arrigal help the party in some way. So there was the Vistani leader at that time felt like there was a contractual obligation to help Marcus. Now Marcus is dead, and so nobody, a part of the party, knows who Arrigal is, essentially. Actually, ALASTOR 1.0 would know, though, right? That's up to Marcus to decide if he, or ALASTOR decides if he wants to remember that. Because ALASTOR was there when he met Arrigal.
okay.
The doors of the church open up. Oh, the Father Petrov comes out. Oh, you said you were coming back, my lord. Come in out of the rain. He opens up inside to the church. The altar boy is busy lighting the candles as the church is opening up. I see you found another friend. He acknowledges ALASTOR 2.0.
Are there books?
He's not with us.
Are there books in the church?
Make an investigation roll.
Hey, Father, can you help my friend here? She had a bit of a turn with
A shadow?
a shadow or a wind or something. Can you maybe look at her to make sure she's okay?
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, but, you know, just make sure she doesn't need any spiritual healing and all that good stuff.
I roll a d20.
I heard you are very accepting of tieflings here.
I roll a nat 1. I cannot help. I do not have the power to do that. Unfortunately, the blessings of Fortuna skipped my generation. I am not blessed as some of the great clerics like your friend.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot we had one of those. Brilliant. Maybe look after...
Have you been drinking in this morning? He tries to smell your breath. Ruffians outside, please. The father is like, what do you need of me, Borodin?
Father, I came to ask once we had the orphans taken care of and over the night that if you may have anything of the great god of Omus, the god of light, to help combat the darkness that we are about to face.
But this is a church of Voltun, Lord Bredian, not of Omus.
Although this is not his church, they are at least cousins in the eyes of the gods.
That is correct.
And maybe you may have something small in the way of Omus at this church.
So I'll allow you to make a religion or investigation check, DC 7, for that item that you were talking about.
There we go. 21.
Is this what you were asking about? He takes you over to an altar. It's similar in nature to what Omus would be, but it's a symbol of light and hope. The symbol of seasons is the goddess of Voltun. And the people here believe that the season will turn from, say, darkness to light one day. So as a way for them to get hope in the land. He says, is this what you are asking for? Now, what is this thing exactly? It's like a 500 gold piece material component or something?
100. Yeah, it's just a 100 little pendant.
It's made of solid gold. He pulls it out, of some chest somewhere, in his office or something, I guess. So we're spending a few minutes here while he's digging around. Does anybody else want to do anything? Alistair made an investigation check. I mean, you see some books. What are you looking for particularly? You just try to skim through some books?
Yep, my guy is going to just grab the first book he can see and start, you see him very quickly start reading through the books.
He's you see his digital eyes or whatever, scanning the pages. But there's unfortunately nothing of, important, information as you're doing that. What do you want to do, Tog?
Well, I kind of clock now that the creature was with the group. I'm going to turn to check and go, what the hell is that?
It's kind of hard to explain.
Oh, I know what it is, but what's it doing here?
Oh, well, apparently he wants to kill Strahd.
Who's his master?
The Mad Mage.
Oh dear. That doesn't sound good.
You know that guy?
I don't know him, but he's called the Mad Mage. It doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it's not like the nice mage. Better.
You know what that is, didn't you?
What?
You know what that is? I'm surprised you're okay with it.
What do you mean?
That's one of those constructs. Our people had them. They call them golems.
You dwarves made those?
Our ancestors made some. Of the iron variety. I haven't seen what he is yet. And the stone.
Why?
We used to work the stone very well, my friend. But
Wow.
they have masters. We need to find out who his master is.
So we could be a bad guy, is what you're saying.
They're very loyal. That's all I will say. And I don't know. There are circumstances, and I have heard of other things, but we need to be careful.
We'll keep an eye on him. Me and you.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm surprised Beridian's okay with this as well.
How
Because you
come?
know they take souls and they stuff them into them things.
They do?
Yeah. That's why it was.
Disgusting.
That's why it was stopped in the mountain.
Make an insight roll on Toggle to see if he even knows what he's talking about.
It's the stories we've
And
heard
me?
in the mountain. Regardless of if he thinks it's I'm telling the truth or not, I'm telling the truth from my perspective.
Of course, yeah. So that's the impression you get. You don't know it's 100% correct. Right, he's just
15.
talking, but I mean, we are talking about an illiterate barbarian dwarf. Let's go to Beridian. He's like, is this what you're looking for? Beridian. He shows you like a pendant, like a gold thing of light. He's like, this was passed down to the church. I'm not able to use it maybe as powerful as yourself. I know that you do not sell Votun, but I could not part with something like this. I don't think so.
Yes, that is what I am looking for, and that item would benefit me greatly in the fight against the Dark One, Strahd,
Shh!
to hopefully
Do
lift
not say
the
his name
life
so
of his land.
loud. He has spies everywhere. We do not know who serves him.
ALASTOR's head turns 180 degrees and says, "Yes, Strahd," and turns back and continues scanning books.
Oh my.
So yeah, if there's one thing that I can give you that may help. You say you cannot heal. Well, I have some.
The gods have not blessed me in the ways as you, maybe. I don't know if it has something to do with the land, but I have seen spots of sunlight and the beacon of Arganvast has been lit.
Yes, that was us. We are trying to reverse the evil of this land.
Make a persuasion roll.
Never been any good at those. Ooh, 17.
Well, it is true then, if you have stopped you've lit in the beacon of Arganvast, then maybe you are the chosen ones that has been legend to bring back light to the land. He hands you the thing. He hands you the starburst, essentially made of solid gold. It's probably about the size of this, like a small disc. I mean, gold in it of itself, like an ounce of gold, even in U.S. dollars, is like $1,700. So it's like very valuable.
Thank you, Father. I will not allow this generosity to go to waste.
That's good.
And,
good luck, I suppose.
I'll make a donation to the Church of 100 gold.
You do not need to tell me the amount, and it may be anonymous. You may deposit by the altar of St. Andreal. The Baron is supposed to have a festival. I think it is later tonight or tomorrow. I always forget because he's always throwing these festivals around. He says, here, take this flyer. He hands you like a flyer from like one of the boards. He's like, the festival will end here in the courtyard of St. Andrew, if you wish to come.
I will discuss this with my companions.
The Baron is not the most sane man, but he keeps order around. He's calling it the Festival of the Blazing Sun. As he hands you the pamphlet. You've seen it before. He's like, the printers are always making it. Well, if there's nothing else, I have to go say my prayers. My morning prayers. When the sun rises. Good day.
All right. So then, yeah, I head back to everyone else. And Yeah, I basically we've already gotten one of the flyers, so I handed to Lys to look at since she wasn't there. Like, there's a festival. Is that why you guys came to town so soon? You guys heard of it?
No, that's not really. No, but I don't think we have time for this festival. I think we need to get that last amber.
All right. Well, let's get everyone else on board and let's make haste.
Before we go, do you think this would be a suitable place for the ritual?
Let's see. Well, if we have some time to spare, it does take an hour.
I think an hour will be fine. I think it'll be enough. Is the party right next to us? Gonna turn around and ask them if that's fine?
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah,
here.
they should. Yeah.
Everybody's here. You haven't been healed. Is Beridian gonna heal you?
We'll try getting with the good. We'll try getting the good back first, and then I'll worry about healing.
Okay.
I also have cure wounds. If you would like to have some healing, I could help.
I appreciate that.
Awesome.
Ellarian, how do you heal Lysandris?
I'll just kind of place my hands on her, and looks like 10 healing points.
She places her hand on you. She mutters some elven words of healing. The wounds, the bruises begin to subside. What do you guys do?
Another one that can help. So many magic users in this group. Anyway.
An old woman comes up to, that was like in the church, maybe praying. She sees that you're healing someone, Ellarian, and she comes up to you. She has like an ornament across her hair. Gray hair goes down to her back. She's dressed in like Eastern European medieval clothing. A string of beads goes around her neck. She has a mole, indented on her cheek. She says, "Are you a healer?"
I dabble.
My son was taken from the burgomaster and put into the Reformation Center.
I'm very sorry.
It looks like your friends are quite strong as well as you, and I would appreciate it if you were to go get him somehow. He was put in unjustly. They said he was just unhappy, but he has one of those faces. He always looks sad, but he's really not. And the guards just took him away, and I'd always tell him to smile more, especially in front of the guards, but they do not listen. And they have quotas,
I would love to help you, but I believe that our mission is much greater than just the fate of one child. We're here to try to save everyone.
He's a teenage boy. He's not a child, ma'am.
Either way.
You're just going to stand by? Well, pray, may the blessings of Voltun be upon you then. And she leaves the church.
Do I hear all this?
Yeah, do you want to stop her on the way out?
Yeah, I'm going to see her on the way out. I'm going to walk out and follow her.
She walks out of the doorway and she's like, just kind of walking through the courtyard.
Is any of the other parties?
She like puts her little thing over her head to like kind of keep off some of the light rain.
Go.
I'll come with you.
I'll go ahead, lass.
Yes.
Whereabouts
she looks down.
Whereabouts is he being held?
I think he's being held at the Reformation Center down the street in the south.
Okay.
I've tried to
And
petition other party members and other adventurers, but the Burgomaster has a tight grip over this place.
Let me ask you a question. Say if the Burgomaster was to see an unfortunate accident, you could say, would there be someone that would be more comforting for you to be in charge? You know anyone?
I'll make a D20 roll.
I'm looking for, you know, like in Lord of the Rings, there's that, what's his name, Pike, which is like more of an outlaw, but everyone loves him sort of thing.
I do not. I am just a simple sheep catcher. I don't know. I do not tie myself to the political undoings. But since the Burgomaster took everyone's weapons, nothing can happen now. No one can fight up against him. He is paranoid.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're always taking people, and I just think it's wrong. And now they have my boy. I thought one day I told myself it would never happen to me or him, but he just wasn't smiling enough, and they took him.
What I'm trying to get at is, would you and the townspeople be happy if the Burgomaster was to have an accident?
Let's make another D20 roll. His family has always been ruling this land for a long time. His father and his father's father, I remember them all. And I don't know, they always do this. They have these 3 elven dictates or judges that control everything, and they carry out the reformations to correct people. I've heard they even took the smithy lately, and what the shoes, the horses need the shoes. The horseshoes.
Okay. All right, lass. I'll see what I can do. I am making no promises, but I'll see if I can do something.
Well, she tells you where she lives.
What's your son's name? You can say you gave it to me, and you can make it up later.
I actually have the name of him. His name is Vlad.
Okay. Well, I will keep an eye out for Vlad.
Or was it Peter? I'm just kidding. He walks off. Peter from last week. Well, thank you very much to Mr. Dwarf. She's like, here is a payment. She like tries to hold out like a silver necklace.
No payment. Lass.
You are too kind. She tells you where she lives, so if you like find the son maybe, or like want to meet up with her later, you can meet up with her later. She walks out. You guys are all outside the church, I'm assuming?
It was only me and Shaq that went.
Shaq, do you want to say anything? Or whoever else was with them?
I'm going to turn to Shaq and go, we could start a fight. I don't like this guy. I never have. Do you remember him from last time?
Yeah, I think anyone with a Reformation Center needs to be taken out of power.
Yeah, that's my issue. Oh, it sounds like there's quite a lot of people that are okay with this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a local... We can't, as much as I would like just to kill them all for them bad things they done to them children that I saw in the stocks last time I was here. I don't know if we could put someone else in power, if you know what I mean.
Can I walk outside?
Yeah. I'm assuming everybody's outside together, unless you specifically say you want to do something back at the thing. I'm assuming everybody kind of wraps up their business and like heads outside.
ALASTOR's just waiting until he sees like people leaving, and then just
people
drops the book on the floor, and then just turns around and starts following.
Yeah,
the altar boy picks up the book, like dusts it off, and like puts it back in its place.
And I just want to say that it took everything I had to not sneak out of our room last night and release those children. But as I'm, a new member of your party, I did not want to cause the trouble that could have caused. But if
We
Oh,
have
don't worry. We're used to getting into trouble that we shouldn't be in.
we have two options. I don't like the Burgomaster. Last time we was here, we burnt down his fucking house. But then that's probably also what's made these people suffer even more, which I feel a little guilty for. But we have two options. We can go and kill fucking Strahd now and rescue Irina, because I really want to do that. Or we can try and find these other embers, or we can take one small step at a time and maybe save this place, then do something bigger.
We need to get that last amber.
We have
Do we
any
need the
leads?
Do we need the amber roll?
It weakens him. We can kill him easier.
We know where the amber is. It's at the windmill.
As you guys are
It's-
discussing this, you see ALASTOR like open up his chest cavity, and he grabs this like large container and starts like drinking. Tog can smell it, and it smells like beer.
Oh dear. I'm just staring at the golem.
I'm just like suddenly distracted, like hello.
And you see it like he put it back in and he like shuts his chest cavity.
That's handy.
You have. Where'd you?
The am
Where'd you? Where?
How?
Strahd is the primary objective.
the amber is on the way to Ravenloft, isn't it?
Technically.
Yeah.
But the problem is we'll have to go somewhere else to consecrate it, and only Shaq knows, and Irina used to know how to do it.
So we do it. We consecrate it, then we kill him. And then we can liberate everyone else.
Is your new friend okay with that, Lys?
My new what?
Your new
How-
friend, the one I really dislike.
Yeah.
In the absence of my master, I require a primary guardian. Please advise.
Who is your master?
The Mad Mage, of course.
And what is his goal?
He holds out his hand and
his
like
name?
a map pops out. And he goes, he is located up in the mountains, here.
Is that's almost on the way to the windmill, isn't it? If I remember rightly, the windmill's on that side.
I'd honestly have to look at the map.
I'm
So
trying to pull up the map.
the map is if you're heading east, the old mill is off the road on the way to Ravenloft. ALASTOR 2.0 points to the Mad Mage, which is like up in the mountains where
That's past Ravenloft and further on.
it's
Yeah.
close to Ravenloft, but like you'd have to make a detour into the mountainside. It sort of seems like an off the path kind of place, like a place that would be like hidden in a way, out of the way, but close to Ravenloft.
If Strahd gets his way with Irina, will that make him more powerful?
It won't matter because if we consecrate this amber, he will lose a significant amount of power, regardless if he takes Irina or not.
No, I've heard legend, or Irina did say something about if she was ever to fall to Strahd, he would become more powerful, or maybe even be able to leave.
In the absence of my master, I require a primary guardian.
Would you like
Yeah,
to select
we-
one of us
we-
to become your primary
We
guardian?
get it, Tin Man. Can I actually see him now? Is he? Are you metal or are you stone?
Metal.
Metal. Okay.
What did you say, Lys?
Would you like to select one of us to be your primary guardian?
I'm unable to make that process.
So we need to make it for you.
Okay. Who wants to be a parent?
I have a question.
I'm happy to
and
do
then-
it.
I'm
and then
very
I
incapable
maybe-
of making good decisions, so
My question is to you,
I'm
big
very
man.
matriarchal.
Can you make that stuff that you had in your chest, or is it a finite supply?
My name is ALASTOR 2.0.
Yes, and that Mead had ALASTOR. that substance you took from your chest cavity, can you make it, or is it finite?
It makes itself.
I'll be your guardian, big man. If you like.
Guardian selected.
Okay. Guardian in this respect means temporary master, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I will follow your directive.
Okay, Jack, you know what we were talking about earlier? This might not be a bad thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, now that you're in charge, yeah,
Yep.
I trust you.
How big is your cavity? Maybe we don't need a cart after all.
Master, I do not understand your... Please advise.
It's alright, I'm just thinking. Guys, I have a plan that's better than the boat. Well, that can wait till later. Anyway, what's the what we thinking? What we're thinking
I guess
now?
we're at an impasse. Either try to deal with the man behind this town or go and find Strahd. I think it just boils down to that.
Bless you.
If we were to defeat Strahd, would it change the situation of this town?
I think
Yes.
there will be light, so there is a one significant
Yes.
change, and then when we
Yes
kill him,
and no.
everything will change.
Yes and no. There will still be a prick in charge at the end
And then
of
we
the
can
day.
come back and
But
slay
we
him.
But
can
we
deal
could
with that
kill
afterwards.
him.
Alistair, my friend, everyone here
Yes, Guardian.
are now your allies, and you take directives from them as well.
As you command. His lights flicker in his eyes.
Alistair, my name is Ellarian, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
He turns his neck like unnatural, like 45 degrees to look at you without turning his body. He's like, nice to meet you.
That is very creepy.
That's unsettling.
Oh, there is one
unsettled.
exception.
But it's
That
just his
we-
eyes just stay there and just continue to look at you.
That one exception is that wee one over there is Derma. Don't always listen to him. He can be a bit, yeah. Maybe
shut
after
up, Tog.
clarification after the rest of us. Anyway, I think our best course is either going for the amber, as much as I'd like to help this woman now, going for the amber or going straight to Strahd.
Those were my feelings as well.
We do have a potential way to get to Strahd very quickly.
Unless we could assassinate this gentleman within an hour while Lys is undergoing her thing. I know I am very good at sneaking, and I do still have my bow. So if we could get close enough, maybe we could take him out quickly and then
Do you
move on.
have the capability to sneak up to someone and, like, chop off his head as such? Insta-kill, I would say.
Don't know about that.
What I'm trying to get at is, are you subclass assassin?
I am not.
Okay. Well, then maybe that might be a bit hard to do it in an hour. And it might take all of us. But we do have the option of going to the coffin maker's shop and the magic people do their magic thing and teleport us back to Ravenloft.
There's a way to get to Arrigal from here.
Yep.
Yeah.
How far away is the windmill?
The windmill's about, if we use Shaq's horses or you buy horses, it'd be like a half day.
I want to buy horses if I can in the town at some point.
Sure.
I as much as I want to keep using Shaq's summoned horses, he can only cast it so many times and it takes I think that's
a lot
such
out
a
of him.
bad
Yeah.
waste of his level 4 spells.
Do we want to go to the
I
Vallaki
don't
camp?
like horses.
That's why we need a cart for you, big mum. We also need a cart. You ride a cart.
I
am good at bargaining and things, so maybe I could help with the Vallaki traders if you.
I just keep staring at Alistair. See if he's
Just like locking
definition-
eyes.
since ALASTOR doesn't blink, he just stares right back at you. I
Just keep
can
staring.
pull the cart.
Oh,
Can you move as
You-
fast as a horse?
No.
Okay.
Well, do you guys want to go and get the supplies real quick while I conduct the ceremony with Lys?
Yep.
And then meet back
That's
at
what
the
we're gonna
church
do.
in an hour?
now, Dharma will stay with you just in case there's any silly magical bullshit going on.
Do you think the priest could help us with this ceremony, Viridian?
Well, the ceremony is more of an internal struggle. Only you can help yourself. I am just a conduit for you to try to change.
Okay. Okay.
If
Maybe
we're
the
going
sword will
for
help.
if we're going for carts and horses, you said we're gonna have to go to the camp outside town.
Yeah, go to the Vallaki traders.
Oy, 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 oy. Okay,
Guardian, I do not see the cart.
we're gonna go and get it. Hopefully, you can come with us and the other big man and the new elf lady.
If we went to the coffin makers and went into Ravenloft, would we have to battle Strahd, or could we possibly maybe find this woman and get her out and then do all of this?
I think it's fairly safe to say, because we've used his transport a few times, that he may have it guarded in some way. No.
Probably very heavily guarded after the
Especially
last
after we
time
kill the bride.
in that
using it.
hallway.
Yeah.
I still have her ring.
So he may have it guarded. So if we do decide to go through there, we're going through there kind of guns blazing, waiting to attack.
What are you guys doing?
I think we're gonna go and get some horses and carts from the camp. So we're gonna head over to
And
the
then
camp.
there's some other players that are going back into the church and doing a ceremony, or where do you guys want to do the ceremony? Pretty and Lys?
You want to do it in the church? Can we do it in the church?
Yeah, I mean, I figured it'd just be best to do it in there. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just more of just, for an hour, just.
What are you trying to cast, Bridian?
Ceremony. So atonement. You touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed. You make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. On a successful check, you restore the target to its original alignment. So she wants to no longer be evil. She wants to be good.
Does the sword help with it either? Is there any additional thing the sword can do?
Okay. Well, let's go inside we go inside the church. The father gives you like a private area, like one of the private rooms to kind of do whatever you need to do. You explain like you want to do a ceremony of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
The consecrated ground will allow you to get like an advantage on a roll, right?
Right.
Because you guys have reset the bones of St. Andreal, so this is like a holy place now. Do an Arcana or Religion check against Lys. We'll say the DC is like 12. This is just a general like assessment. Now that you've gotten Lys in privacy, you like look over her tiefling body, red scales. This is something like greater than, she's been completely transformed. This is, maybe it's a curse of some kind, but she touched a godstone, and this changed,
That's true.
totally changed her. So you can only assume, like, you give her a good look over. This is like god magic involved here. It would require an overcast.
Well, I only want to change my alignment, not my form.
You're not considered, in my opinion, as a DM, you're like, I don't consider you evil. I just open the door if you wanted to walk through it. But you are neutral. Like, I don't consider you good, but we consider you like maybe chaotic neutral at this time. But if Viridian's going to try to reverse something with that, with the roll of the sword, we'd have to make an overcast roll. With ceremony or something like that, if that's what we want to do.
Is it because you want to be able to wield the sword and you have to be good alignment to wield the sword?
She can wield the sword. The sword just wants a worthy wielder. So the sword is allowing, since Lys is like, you guys are talking about going to Ravenloft, the sword is into it. You know, the sword's primary objective is to destroy Strahd immediately. In whatever way possible.
And yeah, and I know this is. I think I'm saying in my head this is the way to kill Strahd. Toward the sword, because I'm thinking it to the sword. Like this has to happen. This is the way to kill Strahd. This needs to happen.
You see the image of the sword like remembers you touching the stone, the god stone, and it remembers Marcus touching the stone of Adon, the goddess of bloodlust, which the sword. Avarice, I'm sorry, who's solely, the sword's totally behind that. And the sword wants you to go to the Godstone of Avarice and swear off that way, or go to Ravenloft and destroy Strahd. If Viridian wants to try to remove you and maybe revert you back to your form, we'd have to use an overcast of remove curse or ceremony, something like that. The DC would be 20 since we're manipulating god magic. This is not.
Is that something you want to do?
This is not something.
Ultimately, it's up to you.
Well, this also puts you at risk, so you could lose your mind.
That's true. I already forgot how that overcast even works.
We
It's just
make a
basically
roll.
make a roll, right?
It's just, yeah.
We'll add your. We make a D6 roll to random saving throw.
That's right.
Your body or mind is tested.
This is Barovia. Minds can be reforged.
Well, Marcus, ALASTOR and everybody else is going to the camp. So this is only between Lys and Viridian in the church.
Sorry.
It's okay. You had a little Dwarma moment there, where Dwarma's always chiming in.
Well, I'd say if you want to change back, I will help you do so.
We gonna do this, Viridian?
I am going.
You get advantage with the
I'm
roll.
very nervous for you.
You get advantage with the roll, the saving throw, because you're on holy ground, trying to do something, trying to revert, essentially, Lys's metamorphosis.
But if I went to the Godstone of Avarice, would I touch it and it would just turn me back?
Unknown. Let's go to the other group while you guys ponder this. Let me pull up. You guys, it takes about like 20 minutes maybe to get outside. You guys have to walk back through the gate so you guys can take your weapons with you if you want.
Taking weapons.
Okay, the guard says, well, that was quick. That was the easiest gold I ever earned in my life.
Yep, I told you it was going to be quick.
Well, come back if you need more help, friend. He winks at you.
Yep. We might need more help.
Well, you
I'll
know
let you
where
know.
to find me. Oh,
Hey, is there any advice you can give me on the Vallaki?
the Vallaki, that is us.
Oh, wait. What are they called again?
The Vistani?
Vistani.
Oh, yeah, the traders? I don't know. They're just always staying at... They're outsiders. They live over there with the Dusk Elves.
With what?
The Dusk Elves.
Did you say dusk elves?
That is correct. It's like your friend here, but their skin tone is darker. And you remember what Rahadin looked like? A little bit darker to skin tone, but an elf.
Right. But But Dusk Elves generally usually evil, wouldn't they? Would I associate
I'll make a roll. I don't know, make an insight roll or something, or history roll, right? You got to make a history check.
No,
This would be a great. This would be a great.
Or I don't know.
No, you don't know. Okay, what are we doing, guys?
Get into their camp.
Okay, one of the
cart,
camp. All right.
horses.
Let me describe it. The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its side. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings are figured elegantly carved into the woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eases. So there's like a hill. Built inside the hill, there's these wooden houses. Okay? Outside of some of the wooden houses, there's a few Dusk Elf guards posted. On top of the hill, above the fog, a ring barrel top wagons, so like almost like Oregon Trail style wagons, surrounded by a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through the hole in the top. So there's a bunch of wagons surrounding a tent on top of the hill. The tent is brightly lit from within, even at this distance. You can smell the odors of wine and horses emanate from the area. So like the smell of manure and things like that. I think I can pull up the map, but like I've kind of described it.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
I don't know if James RPG Art actually has a picture of this, but it's pretty cool. And our old tabletop simulator, we actually had this map. We do not have this map for tabletop.
That's fine.
Okay, you guys are just walking up to the hill.
Yep, I'm going to walk up to what I assume is a guard. Because obviously
You see, like, come up to like this guy, like this Vistani guy. They look like gypsy folk. Bandanas, think of like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like bunch of ornaments, gold, jewelry. You see like this guy, I'm going to say he has a wine bottle in his hand. He's like, he takes a sip. He's like, it's a dwarf. How can I help you?
Yeah, we're looking to buy some stuff. Spend some of our gold. Our hard-earned gold. We need some horses and carts. Where would we find it?
Right up the hill. You have to speak to Arrigal.
Where is the cart, Guardian?
We're heading to it, my friend. And then I turn back. Up the Aragon, you said?
Arrigal. He is our
Arrigal.
captain.
Could you point me in the direction of him then?
He just like randomly just like points behind him.
I'd start heading that way. Thank you.
No problem. You guys like continue to walk up the hill. You like, as you're walking past, he looks by Ellarian. He says, "Don't flirt with any of the elves." Do you say anything back to him?
Sure. But why?
Let's make a persuasion roll to try to draw information out of the Vistani. 7.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just captain's orders. He walks off. Okay, you guys walk up to the.
That's weird.
There's still some like light rain going on. Arrigal, he's in a tent. Like, you guys ask a few more guys. He's in one of the, he has his own wagon. Let me pull up a picture of him. Pretty cool guy. He has a beard. He has like a fur coat. You know, it's almost wintertime in here. Did it pull up? It says it's loading on my end, so I don't know if it pulled up. He's wearing a long fur, like winter coat. He has some jewelry. He's wearing some leather gloves. He comes up to, who is he going to come up to? He comes up to Shaq. The Vistani says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
We're looking to buy some carts and horses, fine gentlemen.
Of course, of course. Okay, now, how many horses you need?
We need enough horses to pull a cart and suit all of us. Plus 2 more. So I'm assuming 5 horses we probably need.
Well, it's nice to have a few change of horses. You see, like, they have a bunch of horses there. They have a cart, like, they have stuff like that. They have a bunch of extra stuff like that. I don't know if the horses will be able to hold this thing. He points over to ALASTOR that was made of metal. I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
That's why we want the cart. As well.
Well, of course. I have to look up the prices of stuff, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can
Greetings,
actually pull...
Arrigal. It's nice to see you again.
Do I know you?
Yes, we've met before.
I don't remember you.
I am ALASTOR.
Oh. I think, you look a lot different, though.
Thank you. My master made me better.
Well, you're a lot bigger, that's for sure.
He looks at himself and says, yes.
Well, you're not quite all there, though, huh? The master left a few bolts out of your system, I think. Maybe a few gears missing?
What is a gear?
Oh my. Well, there's no one around here that can repair you, so you better be careful. Where is Marcus and the other ones? Irina and Mallory and them?
Wait, you know Marcus?
Well, yes, this man says he's ALASTOR, and that's who he was traveling with before. I had to swear an oath to them, a blood oath, to help them if they need to, and I told them that, well, why don't you tell them, ALASTOR, if you remember.
The people of Barovia who make a blood oath will come back and help in the most dire of needs. He is here to help.
Oh.
We'll be here all day if I have to listen to this man stutter anymore.
To help kill Strahd.
You should know.
Oh, God.
You should know, Arrigal. Marcus is dead.
So the rumors are true.
Well, yes. Irina is currently captured by Strahd. And
I know.
We need these horse... Wait, you know? How do you know?
Why don't we go into my wagon and we can discuss this further?
He is Arrigal.
We'll enjoy some pipeweed and some wine, and then we can discuss the terms of your payment as well.
Yep.
Oh, wine. Please, lead on.
Wait.
Yep, I follow him in.
I'm gonna roll a d20 to see if he lets. Okay, everybody goes in. Okay, well, let's go back to the church of Saint Andreal. What are you guys gonna do?
I'll be right back.
Well,
Lys and Beridian.
if Lys truly wants to change back, I will.
Gonna take the
I
risk.
will conduct the ceremony.
You start lighting
God.
You start lighting the incenses, chanting up. Are we doing the hour-long one? Or are we gonna use remove curse?
I mean, I guess it just won't. Doesn't matter either way.
It's up to you, buddy.
Well, I guess the remove curse is instantaneous.
It's a third level spot. Third level
It's
spell.
third level. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the remove curse since it's more of a curse.
Sure. You're trying to bend the will of the gods, though. You are becoming a mighty cleric, standing toe-to-toe with Strahd and his minions. You feel like Adon is beginning to touch you further. You think back
Lys is gonna hold the hilt.
You
right
think
here.
back to her Godstone. I'll allow you to make, if you want to call on the power of the Godstone, I'll lower the DC by 5. But there will be an additional roll made that might have an adverse effect on you.
Oof.
Do you want to
Man,
call
why
on the
you-
power of the Godstone of Adon to use one of your charges of Raised Dead?
Man,
But you might
that's
not
something
go.
to think about.
You might not go crazy.
You know what? I'll use the power. So yeah, I'll use one of the charges.
Okay. The DC is 15. How do you perform this? How do you perform the ceremony? Describe it.
Basically, I'm just going to ask her to kneel in the center because I guess I'm not using ceremony, so it doesn't use any of the silver. Yeah, so I'm just going to ask her to kneel, and basically, I'm going to rest my hand on top of her head, and basically, what I'm going to say is, aid on to witness this act and to help change the way that Lys has been traveling down her path, and to bring her back to the path of good and rid her of the evil forces that are battling inside of her.
Do you feel inspired by this words of confidence? Lys.
Yes.
The sword reaches out to you. It's like, swear to the goddess Avarice.
I will swear to the goddess of Avarice. Avarice will be my patron. If we
The
succeed.
sword helps you with the roll. You get another +2 with the roll on the advantage.
Okay.
Now, this sword is like telepathically bonded to you. Are you lying?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No. No, I'm not lying to a sword.
You feel like vengeance and hatred coming from the sword and wanting to destroy Strahd once and for all. Roll a d6 to determine the random saving throw, which is going to be rolled on. I have linked the rolls. 5. It's wisdom. It's your best one, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there a +2 to that one, or is it a +2 to a different
He rolls
one?
with advantage, +2.
Okay.
The DC is 15. We make another roll after this on a d20. Straight.
All right, so I rolled a wisdom now.
Yeah, roll a wisdom saving throw, DC 15. 23.
With advantage.
So you passed.
+2.
So you actually rolled a 25.
Yep.
So you actually rolled 10 over the save. We'll say it's a critical success. But make one final d20 roll as you use the Godstone of Avarice to channel the Godstone's powers.
17.
Pass.
Woo.
You've performed this ritual with expertise. You call on the power of Adon. What do you say before Lys changes?
Now, as we cast this darkness out, let her rise and meet a new day.
Lys begins to float and levitate. She holds the sword in her hand. The power, you see light escaping from her eyes. The whole room begins to emanate with a blinding flash of like sunlight, yellow-hewn light. She lets out a scream. And we'll cut away. We'll come back to you in a second.
No!
So we're in Arrigal's tent, okay?
Nope.
So, he pours everybody like a shot. He's got like these shot glasses around. He says, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my. Well, let's just call it a deal at 200 gold pieces as friends for all the horses in the cart, and I can also tell you some information.
If you throw in one of your bottles of wine, we can do 200 gold.
Make a persuasion roll. From what I understand, there's no more wine to be had in this land, so it's now priceless. I
14.
don't think so, dwarf. You're overstepping your reach. Maybe for another 20 gold. I can give you a couple. He's got like a wine shelf or something behind him in his wagon or something like that.
How much for a pipe?
A pipe? Well, I don't know, like 2 silver.
I'll take one.
Okay. So just mark it on your sheet. He makes sure to give you, the stuff that you need, right?
So you said 240 for the horses and the wagon, and then
You want 2 bottles of wine? He says, this is called Dragon Crush year 956, but time is different here in Barovia. It ages much more quickly when we come back.
It's actually 9:57 as he takes a drink.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
He says, well, I did want to share some information with you, since the goddess of Rima has bound me to Marcus under contract, and by proxy, I'm assuming that means you as well, ALASTOR.
Yes. Yes, you have a blood oath.
Well, we've heard word through our Vistani network that Strahd is, I appreciate you saving Arrigal. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Marcus they convinced me. I don't see any of your friends here, though, from before, but I believed you when you told me that, Strahd would never change, and that he would just, eventually it might be Arrigal. She was kidnapped, remember? That was a week ago.
Yes.
Time is different here in these lands. He, goes into thought. He's like, well, I'll just cut to the chase. From what I understand, he does not want to kill Irina. He hands you, a piece of paper, like a parchment. He hands it over to, ALASTOR 2.0. He says he plans to have a wedding.
When is this wedding?
I'm going to link it to you.
I can't read. Can you just tell me?
I'm just pulling it up, Tog. Relax.
I know.
Do not worry, Guardian. Reading is my programming. To my esteemed guests, you are humbly invited to attend a wedding of Lady Tatiana Vernova and Lord Strahd von Zarevich, wedding on the Amde Apius 14th, 1971, on the stroke of midnight. Once the ceremony is complete, I, Lord Strahd, I do not compute. I, Lord Strahd, assure all subjects that the mist will be lifted and allow all of his subjects to leave his realm. This is a time of celebration, joy, and thankfulness. Your gracious host, Lord Strahd von Zarevich. Killing Strahd is our primary objective.
I know, ALASTOR. He gave this invite to everyone that wants to attend the wedding. It's about 5 days from now.
If he leaves, where would he go?
I do not want to know the thinkings of a madman.
Can he actually leave? Or is he mad, like you said?
I'll roll a d20, see what Arrigal knows. I don't know. I'm sorry. This just arrived an hour ago. So I'm assuming that whatever it is, he had us looking for Irina for a long time anyways. And he has found her.
Well, that's how Marcus died, trying to protect Irina before he took her.
He's not the only one who's died.
Well,
He makes the Vistani, we have to work for him. He pays us well, but I'm only helping you because Lady Madame Eva has read the tarot cards and forced a blood oath. Otherwise, I would not help you.
okay.
He takes a shot of wine.
Can I ask you one more thing then?
Of course.
Do you know the word, or do you know any of the words for the gates, for the teleporters that Strahd uses? Seeming you are his procurers. Maybe you have a quick way to Ravenloft.
I know that he has a network of waystones that he travels through. Unfortunately, it's only for his closest associates.
Yeah.
I do know the word for the one in town, but that is all.
You know it.
Yes.
Would you be willing to tell us?
Yes.
So, my friend here, I point to Shaq, because words mean very little to me.
He says, if you wish, I was also sworn to come with you if you needed my help, but if I come with you, it's a death sentence for me and my family. So I must send all the Vistani off. And from what I understand, the wine is now
You
unable
have a
to...
Barovian blood oath.
That is correct. I can come with you if you need me, but I don't... I would have to send everyone away. It would be betraying Strahd, and Strahd does not kill you. He kills you slowly, and then he kills all your family. And then the family's family.
If you tell us the gateway, you can stay with your family.
He pours you a drink. Tog, another drink. The gateway is... Well, we are leaving then, my friend. This is the last you will see of us.
I think that's probably for the best.
Well... The code for the way is... God damn it. He tells you the passcode.
Yeah.
He's... Ilzia.
I'll do.
Ilzia is the name.
One more thing before you leave with your family. Do you have any other weapons of any sort that can help us fight them?
Roll a d20.
If you were prepared to come with us, you obviously have something that can hurt Strahd. D20. Just a random
you just roll
D20.
D20. See, it has like magical items and stuff.
Oh, at last! Natural 20.
I'll let you think about what you want. Since you rolled a nat 20 on the roll, basically, I'll allow you to like pick a magic item of like maybe even like very rare quality or lower. Okay, so you get to think about that while I go back to the other group. Okay.
Okay.
Because he's like a very resourceful Vistani. Like he's the head. He's like a Vistani captain. But not only that, he like directly serves Strahd, right? But he's been sworn through a blood oath to help you guys. I know it doesn't make a whole lot of sense maybe, but this was in our previous campaign and also was read by Madame Eva. So there's a little bit of backstory behind it from our first campaign. But that's just how the cards play out, guys. We go back inside, Lys. What happens to your character?
Can I change back to being an elf?
You want to be a high elf again?
I want to be a high elf
Why
again.
don't you describe what happens to your character as you erupt into light? And like, what do we see? Like, what do you look like? What do you sound like? I don't know.
So she's gonna change. And she's gonna change in flames because that's how she changed the first time, and she's kind of into the flame thing. It's gonna be like what she used to look like, but she's gonna now have scars instead of tattoos on her body of fire. And it's just gonna be like burn marks on her arms where she had her original wizard tattoos on her arms and legs and side.
Do you want to go back to being a wizard?
No,
You wanna be a
Warlock's fun. I like Warlock.
All right.
I like the spells better.
Okay. So the patron is now Avarice.
So the patron is Idris, yes.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think. Yeah. So she's changed.
Just back to your original picture.
Well, I'm trying to find. Yeah, the ones like I can't find anyone with like scars or anything on it.
Yeah, well,
other
elves are
than-
supposed to be beautiful, you know.
Yeah, well, you know. I do have
Supposed
this
to
one
need
though.
nasty
This one.
scars on that perfect elven flesh.
Yeah. Well, there's.
What do you
this
say,
one I think
Beridian? As she transforms, she collapses to the ground. Steam and like smoke emanate off her body. She's returned back to her original form. The sword blade is extended at her side. You only assume that she's made another pact, though, to kind of do it. Even though you've successfully done it, it's given her total free will to essentially revert right back to her original self, since you've been able to call on your Godstone. You've used one of the charges of Raise Dead, so you have one left.
So basically, I reach down and I say the evil that has been plaguing you is now gone from your body. Welcome back.
Thank you. Now let's avenge Marcus.
Yes, it's about time we get to that. And then, yeah, I mean, if she's well to walk and all that stuff, then help her up. And
Does that also fill up my HP too?
We'll say yes.
Okay.
now that is some great
Refreshing.
healing.
I mean, Beridian rolled a 25 on the roll, guys. On the
Great.
saving throw.
Oh my god. Whew. Okay. Let me pull up because I just made a copy of her for Elf. So.
Cool. Let's go back to the tent. He pours you one last shot. He's like, I've ordered my brother to pack up all the rest. We're about to take off.
I
Can I
appreciate it.
ask
Slow
one
down there,
question,
big man. Don't want to get you too
sir?
wasted. Yes, how can I help you, Ranger?
Well, I originally was looking for a family member that had been selling wine to, I believe, your people, as they had paid us with coins of this, with the image of Strahd, and I just was wondering if you had any idea of where I could find someone that would have been taken.
Oh. I'm going to make a d20 roll. Let's see if he knows. We'll say 15 or higher. He knows. Maybe even 10 or higher. I mean, because he's like very knowledgeable, like a well-connected Vistani. So who are you looking for, Ellarian?
I am looking for a man named Fury. He is my lover's brother and a family to me.
How long ago did he come here?
Maybe 3 weeks.
I'll roll a d20 to see where he's at. If I roll a 5 or lower, he's dead. I'm sorry, milady. He died.
4.
Fucking hell.
He perished. That is
At
the word
whose
of our
hand?
spies. I'm sorry. I heard he went to Ravenloft. He, of course, I do not want to. I'm trying to be as nice as possible, milady, but I think you understand.
Strahd will pay.
He says, have you
Thank
decided
you.
what you want?
Do you have, did you say an up to rare?
We'll say
You
very
said-
rare. You guys are level 9.
Oh, okay.
And you rolled a nat 20.
In that case, then, does he either have Frostbrand or Sword of Sharpness? One or the other.
The Frostbrand Greatsword is something Marcus has, right?
Oh, it's any. Does he actually? Did he actually have it?
I think it was only
It's
it was a great sword. I'd have to
It's-
look it up.
I've-
Yeah.
I thought Frostbrand was any sword.
Yeah. Let me take a look, Tog. See what you want.
I didn't know he had it as.
Did you mark the
a
gold
great
off for
sword.
the horses and the cart?
Yeah, it was 260, wasn't it in total?
Sure. We'll say
with the-
260. Yeah, sure.
The wine, two
Yeah,
bottles
for
of
sure.
wine as well.
So you have the carts and everything and the horses. So you have 2 sets of horses, right? That you can alternate, right? The other sets of horses like are riding behind you, right?
Yep. Okay.
So,
So
like,
we can
the-
move at fast pace all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want like a carriage or something to carry you know, the one, you know, you can have a wagon essentially to carry.
We wanted a wagon to carry
Sure.
ALASTOR.
We'll say you have a
basically.
wagon / cart. You want a frostband greatsword?
No, I'm gonna go sword of sharpness, and it's gonna be a short sword.
This is like a group decision, so the group kind of gets to decide. Maybe there's something else, like a magical item, the group maybe wants to think about.
Go for it.
And Brady and Lys can't decide on it because they're not there. So, but everybody else can kind of think about it. Like, what do you guys want? Is there like something on the wish list that you guys wanted? That's a
There is
very rare
something that
quality
we
or
could-
higher.
Well, there is something else that we can take that's very rare, but
What?
I don't know if it'll help us versus Strahd.
Yeah, there's all blades of frostbrand blades. There's all the frostbrand swords, Toggle, if that's what you want.
A certain bag that can hold a vast quantity of stuff.
I'll say you
Yeah.
can have a bag of holding. You want a bag of holding?
I don't know.
Seems like we've
It's,
been missing that for a long time.
it's up to the group. I'm not overly fussed. It's only my
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it easy for you guys. We'll say he has a bag of holding.
Okay.
He says he slides across like a bag. He's like, apparently Strahd uses these as well to help hold the items and things on him, his persons. Of course, when you're traveling merchants, you need to have, you know, lots of space, right? Just think of it as a thank you from Marcus and his party for saving Arrigal.
Yeah, this will come in very handy.
Is
Very
Toggle
handy.
going to manage the bag of holding?
Oh yes. No way anyone else is getting that.
Good luck, Master Dwarf. So the Vistani traders again, like packing it up. They gave you guys the cart. Is anybody else going to do anything at the Vistani camp before we continue? Shaq, Ellarian, ALASTOR.
Am I close to any bottles of wine?
He gives you one of the bottles, one of the 2 bottles.
Okay.
Do you want to take one of the bottles of Dragon Crush?
Sure.
Okay.
I brought 2 bottles, so that's one of my 2 bottles that
Yep.
you just took.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give him one.
Okay.
You consume it all straight
Yes.
away.
I can
Bollocks.
do it immediately.
The Vistani traders have essentially
Big man.
the Vistani traders are packed up their wagons and they're starting to depart. They're still in the hoovels of the hills are the Dusk Elf. The Dusk Elves. Do you understand? I'm assuming Beridian and Lys have now caught up with the party. Is that what's going on? So we can get everybody together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Beridian, you guys see this wagon train going down? The wagon train is heading east towards the village of Barovia. Okay? What do you guys do?
Well, we have horses and carts, and we can get to where we need to go fairly quickly.
Lys, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Not
It's
that you
good.
weren't beautiful before, but this is nice.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. as
Oh, I didn't even
once was.
notice. I don't know. You've always had a temper, so the other persona kind of fitted you a bit better.
I'll let you off with that one just because you saved my ass in that shack.
Yeah, from the vicious wind. I know.
Yeah, whatever that was, which I don't even wanna. We're not gonna worry about that. Now we gotta get to. We gotta get where we need to go.
So are we going after the Umber? I hand you the. I take off of ALASTOR the wedding invitation thing and hand it to you 2 so you can read it.
And we also got the word for the transporter.
Yeah,
in the
and we also
village.
know how to get into Ravenloft right now if we wanted to. Which would be really annoying after I just spent a load of money on horse and cart, but I don't care.
So how long do we have till this?
5 days to the wedding.
So we can get the amber consecrated and then kill them before the wedding.
Yeah.
Or at the wedding.
I'd rather do it before the wedding.
Come on, you don't want to make a show? You don't want to kill him in front of his wedding guests?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure the wedding guests would kill us.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Got enough firepower, but I hear you.
Do you remember the werewolves that we fought? We decided to wait for them all to come back and then fought them all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad move.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. You do have a point there.
It was fun though.
Says
Was
the person, says the person that's now a werewolf.
Yeah, how's that working out?
Yeah. How you doing with that, buddy? You okay?
Nope. It's not been a
I
full
get-
moon yet, is it?
Oh
Is
no.
that whenever stuff happens?
I don't know.
Concerning.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how it works. It's kind of complicated.
Figured as much.
Any way to get it off is remove curse, isn't it? Anyway, we don't know that. But yeah, we can head to the
Windmill.
windmill.
Yeah. Let's get that.
Oh, and I have this now, and I
Oh
Take-
no.
take the bag of holding, and then I put my axe in it, and it disappears. Yeah, look, it's gone. And then
Oh,
Is this for
Hey.
all the gold?
I take Marcus's greatsword that I'm still carrying around with me, and hey, look, it's gone. Then I get my axe back, and it's back. Leave the greatsword in there. This is for everyone, so if you want to store something that's out of the way, I can store it for you. But I'm holding on to this just so you all know.
That's fine by me. You'd
At
have
least
more
put the
fun
metal
with
guy in there.
it.
For what? Where?
It's a good idea.
Nothing. Just kidding.
Wait, do you want to get in? Jack, do you wanna do an experiment? See if you
No.
can get in the bag.
Kind of. Yeah.
We'll put you in there on a full
Put
moon and you'll come
everyone on the
out.
horses in, so shit, it's just Tog. Oh my god. I don't know. If
I don't
that would
know
work.
if you can breathe in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have no idea how magic items work, so Tog wants this idea to happen.
Oh God! All right, let's get moving. Let's get moving before
Breathing
anyone
is not
gets
necessary.
Oh,
Well, I guess we could put ALASTOR
in. We
in there.
could.
yes, we could.
Now, how do you take him out though?
You ask for him. You
Don't.
just the guy told me you just think of what you want and you just get it.
So did you
Hey,
think
look.
of the alcohol yet, or what?
No, there's none in there.
Oh, okay.
Alcohol.
Oh, I do have
Just
a bottle.
open the chest.
He opens this chest compartment, and you see that the wine bottle, but now it's in a new bottle. He's like, "Here, Tog.
Wait,
It
you
is now
actually have-
improved."
Uh-oh.
Oh god. I like hold out hesitantly as you pass it to me, and take a sip. Is it any? Is it any good?
Taste.
Is it any
It
good?
tastes questionable.
But is it alcoholic?
Oh yes, yes.
Is
The
it
base
like
of it
me?
is wine.
Yeah, okay.
The base of it.
The basic
Oh,
wine.
you wanna know?
Oh.
It needs some improvement, potentially.
Shall I try again, Guardian?
Yeah. Try again.
I hold out my hand.
I give back the rest of it hesitantly.
I chug it all and put the bottle back in the chest cavity and close it. Please
just
stand by.
Oh, no.
We're gonna get nowhere if we're fucking around making alcohol. Let's go. Come on, we gotta go. We gotta go. We're losing daylight. We're losing time. We've only got 5 days.
All right. So then to the windmill we shall go.
Horse, cart, windmill.
So
Is
each of
this
us
the
get a
cart
horse.
you want me to pull?
Yeah, you're gonna get on it, big man. The horses are gonna pull it.
Pulling is one of my functions, but as you insist.
Yeah, take a load off. Concentrate on making that wine for me.
Is this like Bender from Futurama?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
that's all you can think about is just Bender the
Oh,
entire
man.
time.
If he starts making really racist jokes, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah.
I climb up onto the cart. Is the cart okay?
Gives like a pretty big like, but it seems to be built and it seems to be pretty good.
Oh my
Seems
god.
to be working.
And I sit down on the cart.
So
Well,
I made
if all
a,
those fills, we put them in the bag.
I was
I
gonna
made it-
say.
I kind of made a mistake there, Toggle. I posted the actual cost of what everything cost in gold pieces. It was actually because you guys got riding horses. Your riding horses is 75 gold.
Okay.
Now, I'm assuming Beridian can make the feed unless you want to spend another 50 gold on feed for a week or something, right?
I've got enough, so we can just spend more.
So, Lys spends another 50 gold on feed to feed the horses.
Does anyone need anything else?
Well, I can't actually afford anything else because after that I am brassic.
Okay, what do you want? Yeah, I got 2,000. What do you want?
Wait, you've been holding out on me? You have 2,000 gold pieces?
I come from royalty. What do you want?
All your money. Anyway.
Yeah, you'd probably do more with it than me. I haven't touched it.
Do they have anything for healing?
Roll a d20, Ellarian. You're looking for some like healing potions.
Yes.
You roll higher, the better it is, right?
Oh, it was almost an 18.
We'll say they have like a couple potions of just the baby potions, like the potion of healing, which is like I think 1d. I think it's just called a potion of healing, right?
Yeah, there's a lesser, which is 1d4, and then there's the normal one, which is 2d4?
Did you say out loud that your character wanted healing potions?
Yes.
2d4.
Yeah,
It's potion of healing is 2d4.
it's 120 gold for 2 of them.
I can craft such potions if desired.
Really?
Maybe hold off on that. He also said he can make wine, and that was
Well, let's go ahead and buy these 2 now, and then he can make some more.
Who's
Because he can
buying
never
them?
have enough.
I am.
Okay,
How
120
much?
gold.
Okay. Anyone else need anything?
Actually, I wouldn't mind if they have any powdered silver.
Take it all.
Or just silver in general. Can I powder silver?
Roll
You just
a d20.
smash it, right?
You're not. Do you have working like metal working as like a proficiency?
I guess not. Oh man, I got a 5.
Unfortunately, no.
literally.
At least I used all my good rolls.
The
somewhere else.
Vistani have been dealing mostly in gold. Like they are pretty well off. They have silver coins, but they don't have powdered silver.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
What
fucking
was it that Dharma wanted?
1,300.
Oh,
some-
yeah, that's right. He wanted
some-
the brass brazier.
kinda-
Oh, he needed the
And
ink that I'm supposed to
incense.
tattoo him.
You wanted
And
ink. Why don't we'll have Dwarma, we'll have Larian roll for Dwarma, roll a d20. These guys aren't like
Sorry.
really magic casters, so the DC is very high. They're more like just thugs, really.
11.
Nah, they don't have any. They don't have any magic ink in stock.
Is there any alchemist supplies or poisons?
I'm assuming with the bag of holding, you guys got it all. And the Vistani traders have left. Are we taking off towards the old mill?
Yes.
Yeah.
or are we doing anything else, is we're outside of Vallaki. We're basically leaving Vallaki to go east to the old mill. We're riding pretty quickly with all the riding horses and stuff. And Shaq, you must be pretty relieved because now we don't have to rely on you wasting all your spell slots. And you're finding yourself in a pickle, right?
Yeah, thank God.
Are we ready to go to the old mill?
Yes.
Hey, on our way there, I'm going to go over the plan of getting a gem, killing Strahd, taking the horses and the wagons back to the Ember Temple, getting all my gold, and bringing it back.
Okay, you can talk about it while I'm loading stuff up, Tog. I mean,
Yeah, I think he just did. That's it.
okay, that's a plan.
That was the extent of it.
Don't
That is
forget
Tug's-
about my money.
Yeah, gold. And I keep going on at Derma that he can definitely remember where we left that other pile of gold buried in the snow.
Would you like to process this location on my map?
Yes. Please. Remember
Yeah.
where we went.
Please indicate where his gold is.
Yeah, Derma, point on the map where it is.
Tog,
Does he remember?
I'm not so sure, but I think it's like right here. He points to like a random spot on the map.
Oh god.
Oh no.
He's like, I'd have to get close. It's on the path, right?
Oh, it was on the path before the stupid shack thing.
Don't worry,
And-
I got my symbol out there. I know where it's at.
Alistair, the rest of the gold is in the Amber Temple, which is here. And I actually know where that is, so I'll point to that.
Down the
You
hill.
see like a little like green mark just appear on the map where you set.
Like a little ink splotch on the map. Like a little... Okay. Give me a second, guys. We're going to say it stopped raining. Let's change up the ambience.
Did we actually pick up any rations?
No.
Yeah, we did. Well, didn't I pay 50 for like food?
Oh no, Brilliant can make food.
You have
We're good.
feed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Viridian can
feed.
cast a
Yeah, okay.
spell and do it. I don't know what this.
Okay, well-
I don't know what this ambience is going to sound like, but let me load it up.
I have some rations too.
Have to figure it out.
Oh, it's toggle.
Guardian, your
anyway.
request has been processed.
I'm thinking I just basically got a bag of holding instead of a weapon to kill Strahd, but yeah.
I know.
Perfectly
That was
fine.
surprising.
Unfortunately, I don't have the description.
It's what Tog would do if he was presented with it. He would definitely get the bag of holding.
Guardian,
Well-
your request has been processed.
As he's laying on the cart.
Would that wine be ready?
Yes, your request has been processed. He hands you the bottle of wine. It's a different color.
Okay. I'm gonna
What
try.
color?
Jesus.
What color is the wine?
I'm gonna try and drink it.
The light green.
That's
Okay.
a stamina potion.
I'm drinking it.
It tastes a bit better. It's about what it tasted like before, it just looks different.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is good. Alistair. Well done. I can see us getting into a wee bit trouble at some point, but
This is one of my secondary objectives.
getting into trouble.
Trouble?
Oh,
No, creating.
Oh. Okay.
yeah, that's good. What else can you create? You said something about potions. Do you need all the materials to make?
It varies depending on the potion desired.
Yeah. Well, alcohol's fine by me.
I agree. You see him like grab the jug and begin to drink out of it again.
Does out of curiosity, do you always have like the same amount of liquid, or can you, like, are you producing more liquid?
Oh god.
Or are you just basically recycling the same liquid amount. So if I drink a bit of it, are you getting less and less each time?
This particular item creates.
Ah, good. Infinite booze. Tog's happy.
All right. We are at the old mill. We ready to go to the old mill? You guys want to do anything before we... I've loaded up the tabletop map for it.
How long does it take to get there?
Half
Out
a
of
day.
curiosity?
I'm gonna put.
Half a
I can
day.
post the time. I updated the time for you guys.
At some point, I'll take a short rest along the way and...
For sure. If you
use
need to take
some
a
hit.
yeah, if you need
hit
to take a
dice,
short rest, that's okay. Yeah. This is pretty cool custom music made by Travis. Let's see. What
Oh
I got
wow,
his last name.
they've updated the short rest button with the hit dice. You can now actually roll from there.
They're fixing it for you guys.
That's pretty good.
I don't have the exterior description for this place, but our map is doing a pretty good job. There's like junk and like you guys get here by noon. Really? Let me take a look at the time. Yeah, it's 12:35 p.m. is what time it is.
Okay, max HP.
You're at max HP?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thanks, Lys. I can review it later.
Okay.
Let me give you permission to your new character model. The new character model for you, Marcus, I was just looking at it briefly. There's not really a lot of good ones. Let's add permissions to Marcus here. Oh, you can change the base color now. That's cool.
Are they still looking into the Hero Forge stuff?
Yes, they're trying to partner with Hero Forge on... there you go, Marcus. Are you loaded in now, ALASTOR?
Maybe
What,
so.
you don't like to...
Double-click your character, ALASTOR. See if you can move him.
Right,
I got him right here. Do you see him now that you can
Okay.
see the other models? So basically, there's like an old mill. There's a few crows like circling, like perched around on some of the trees. I'm sorry, there's like ravens, and like the mill is like slowly turning. There's like stuff like crap, like carts and a few things like a well. That's kind of the description, and the map that whoever built this map did an awesome job with it. This is kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool again.
What do you guys want to do? Close by Shack, you get the feeling of one of the stones, and we're gonna say like you look. I want to say a little bit farther away, almost like on the horizon, up on like a hilltop. You see the outlines of one of the megaliths, right? Like you remember on Yester Hill and in the Swamp of Berez, the last
That's-
stone circle.
That's very convenient.
Let's I'm gonna tell the party to head in the direction of the vibrations.
Roll a
You want me
d20
to- you
nature
want me
check.
to leave the cart?
Cart and the horses are going to stay here. Big man.
As you command.
You can come with us. You can come with us all.
So I'm going to say that
Nat
for
20.
I got the natural 20 from Shaq. I'm going to say the cart and the horses are like down the path. I'm kind of highlighting it with my flashlight. I don't have all the horse models and stuff like that, or the cart model. Not really important unless you guys get ambushed or something on the road. Basically, Shaq, it's coming from inside the mill. You feel a strong vibration. One of the final stone.
All right, guys, it's inside for sure.
Strahd is inside.
No, the stone. The amber.
Let's go get it.
Let's go.
Retrieve stone confirmed. I started walking towards the mill.
I know. I'm trying to find my wigs, guys. Oh my god, I don't have them. I was looking in my closet for them. I'm gonna have to look for them again. They're in my closet somewhere buried. Okay, so are we having the Guardian ALASTOR up? Who's going in first?
I'm
What?
just walking
I'm gonna.
without, because someone told me to go get the stones, so I'm just walking now towards the mill.
Yep. Well, move your model if you want to. The doorway is right here.
As Alistair starts walking, like power walking off, and I'm jogging to catch up to him, I go, Alistair, stay close to me. And we'll move at a bit of a slower pace. Not so rushed.
Tog, I'll make sure the horses and everything okay, but if I hear some danger, I'll come inside.
You stay with the horses, Derma.
Thank you.
You're probably best.
I'll move Shaq up as well, if that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're all moving up.
So here's like, basically we have like a marching order going in, right? Going into the mill. So who's going in first?
Order
It'll be-
received, Guardian.
It'll be basically Alistair and me, and then everyone else can make up their own mind in which order.
I'll go in after those two if they're leading in.
And I'll go next.
And I'll take up the rear.
So you can click on the door and open the door up.
Guardian, please decide level of lethality.
Lysandros is going in first.
Oh,
If something attacks us, we kill it.
Lyster, are you going in first? I see a
I thought
request
Alistair
up.
was gonna go in first.
Well, Alistair,
Yeah,
right click
Tog
the
and
door.
Alistair.
Okay, well, Alistair needs a right click. We'll move your characters up, guys. So, as we're sending in the Guardian first, the Warforged Juggernaut. We also need a picture of what Alistair 2.0 looks like. It's not needed right now, but, you know, sometime. Toggle's going to open it.
Yep, I'm gonna open the door.
There we go. Go on in.
Let's go.
After you, Alistair.
I'll move Alistair in.
Thank you.
Let me describe what you guys see now. Let's describe what Alistair sees, okay? I got this pulled up. And I'll also pull up kind of what this looks like inside. First of all, let me make this unprivate now. Give me a second, guys. This has what it looks like kind of inside. As well as you can click the animated picture as well. Okay. And I'll describe what you see. You guys see that? Also, you can click the animated imager link too if you want to see like the ravens and stuff flying around. Shaq, you hear the ravens like kind of squelching a little bit outside. The ground floor has been converted into a makeshift kitchen, but the room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, and a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of chickens, you hear toads croaking. The sweet smell of pastries blends horridly with the stench that burns your nostrils. The awful odor comes out in the open, upright barrel in the center of the room. Warmth issues from a brick oven against one of the walls, and a crumbling staircase ascends the wall across it. Shrieks and cackles somewhere higher up causes the old mill to shudder. And you guys, like you're walking in, you hear like almost like a little one of those like ding-a-ling-ling-lings, you know, as you like door entrance things. You hear the voice of a woman saying, "Be right down in a minute." What do you guys do?
Yeah.
I start searching for the amber on the main floor.
Make an investigation roll.
Ten.
Okay. Is anybody helping him? Anybody else want to make one last roll?
I'm just.
Well, I would
What
ask
Alistair's
Shaq
doing.
if he can feel it on this floor.
Alistair begins like rubbing his like giant fingers through like just the map is pretty cool. I don't know if they put the barrel out though. I'm gonna have to add the barrel in here. Here's like the little oven thing they got going on. There was a couple of these maps I looked at, but this one I think was the best one. It's pretty tight in here, guys. You know, you got a little bit of space to move around. This was bigger than some of the other ones. There's like a cabinet with some stuff. You find like a black barrel with goo in it. There's like a cart. And you open up one of the barrels and there's like tons of toads, like hundreds of toads, right? And I think I got the woman here. Did I? But yeah.
Yeah, Morgantha.
Yeah, so she comes downstairs eventually. She says all the toads start like spilling out of the barrel, right? Okay. And she says, "Put that back."
Why the hell would you have frogs in a barrel, woman? What's wrong with you?
Haven't you had frog legs before?
Alistair, put the blasted barrel back.
But yes, master.
What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're kind of looking for something. Maybe you can help us. What are we looking for again, Shaq?
I've linked her picture.
A very special rock.
A special rock? Huh? There's no rocks here. There's only these pastries.
She's lying, I can tell.
There's these pastries. Would you like to have one?
Yes, I would.
They smell really good, Shaq, and she takes them like she like goes into the oven over here and she like pulls one out. It's like fresh and hot, she says, and then she takes it over to this thing over here, this like shelf thing over here. She says, I have to let it cool off for a second.
I don't trust that pastry, guys.
After seeing all those frogs, I wouldn't trust the pastry either.
Maybe it's a trinket that maybe someone brought to you. Like it's just a rock, orange in color. Our friend here
Not
kind
important
of
at all.
sense that it's in this general area.
Did you want some pastries?
Oh, we want the rock.
Roll a persuasion roll.
I do not
Tog
eat.
Intimidator.
Intimidate the old lady.
Intimidator Tog.
Give pastries.
11.
I'm sorry, but we only serve pastries here. We just made a stop to Vallaki and the village of Barovia, of course. Would you like a pastry? If not, I kindly ask you to leave.
Please, we need it.
Need what?
We know it's here.
How do you
The
know?
rock. Well, big man over here has feelings, and he can feel it's here.
Feelings? Where's Shaq at? Is Shaq in the place? I think Shaq's outside.
You
Yeah,
have
Shaq has-
to move him because
Shaq has to be in here.
Oh, that's right. Shaq isn't
Yeah,
even in
I'm in
tabletop. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm like,
he's
why is
even
Shaq not in
theater
here?
of the mind. He's just like, what's going on?
Isn't the Theater of the Mind just a beautiful experience, Shaq?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shaq is kind of near. I'm gonna have Shaq like right here, I guess. She comes up to Shaq and like says, "What are you looking for, Sonny?"
I think you know.
Sorry.
She looks back at you. What?
You know what I am.
What are you?
I'm a wild animal.
You start smelling. Roll a d20. Because maybe your werewolfism is starting to come out.
Oh no.
13.
What's your perception? Let's have you roll with advantage, right? Because of the werewolf stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's like you're kind of like feeling around, like kind of what's going on, like smelling stuff. Plus 6.
16?
Yeah, so plus 6 on the other roll, right? So that's a 19. Like something's off with this lady. Like she doesn't smell right. Like something's wrong. She says, if you're not going to buy any pastries, I suggest you leave. She points
Ma'am,
at
we'll
you.
buy some pastries, but we need that stone.
I have no gold. I'm not being
She goes and grabs like one of the pastries. It smells fantastic.
I'll purchase one.
She brings it over to you. She says, here you go. It's like a pie.
How much?
1 silver piece. I know they're expensive, but they give you blessings.
What kind of blessings? Yeah, no, I don't want to know. I just want the stone. I just want the stone.
Guardian,
need it.
should I process this request? I stopped looking around. I wasn't touching anything because I was told not to.
Okay.
But I stopped scanning and turned my head 180 degrees and say, Master, should I process this request?
We need to find the stone. Let's find the stone.
Confirmed. I go back and I keep searching. Without
Okay.
touching anything.
You're just like looking around though now. You're not like using investigation.
No,
We'll have you roll a
I'm
perception check in
only-
a second. Yeah.
I'm only allowed to look. I can't touch.
Okay. Well, there's no stone here, so who else wanted a pie?
Look, lady. We want the poxy amber. Have you got the amber or not?
No, I told you that. Now, if you're not going to buy a pie, dwarf, I suggest you leave.
But if we don't leave,
This one here says it's here. And this one over here is going to hold you out of the way if you don't tell me where it is.
Is that a threat, dwarf?
Yes, it's a threat.
Let me see if my sisters can find the stone. Lights go upstairs.
No.
Lights just
I'm
like
not
popped
gonna-
in. I saw.
I'm not
She's
going to let her go upstairs if
Okay.
she shouts.
I
I'm going to let her
misclicked.
she
okay.
can
So here's what's
pull it
happening.
down.
Let me move toggle back here.
I'm going to tell Alistair to grab her if she
Oh,
goes
no.
up the stairs.
Well, Lights probably saw some stuff
Could
upstairs.
you say that?
She's like, sisters, can you please come down? The guests would like to ask you some questions about a stone.
Yes. That would be nice if someone could tell us where the poxy stone is.
Gonna stand back here.
The door, like, she's like just sits there and waits. Like you hear some footsteps coming down the stairs.
Jamie, what did you say? I couldn't hear you.
I said if she goes to go upstairs, grab her.
Shaq, you know the door like mysteriously shuts.
What?
She's like, oh, it must be the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Could I feel any of this being off or anything?
Make an insight roll.
is that a jail cell?
Where?
We're asking
21.
questions now.
No, that's not a cell.
What is it? And why is it locked?
Bridian rolls a 21 on the insight roll. This lady's just something's wrong with this lady. Like, you know, she's just not all right. And she's like, well, I don't know what's going on. She sees you guys all like kind of crowding around you. And
Alistair, grab her.
you try to grab her, she vanishes.
I didn't try to grab her.
She vanishes, and we're gonna roll initiative. And that's where we'll start our game. You see her like just fade out. As she's like getting close, as you guys are starting to like get close to her, like questioning her. As Ellarian goes, "Is that a jail cell?" That's hilarious, Ellarian. I didn't even notice there was a jail cell in there. Hilarious. And that's where we'll start our game next week. We'll roll initiative and start it up. We'll start rolling initiative next week.
Okay.
Cool, huh?
Yeah. These maps are getting better as time
Yeah.
goes on.
This was an older map, Tog. It's like a month or two old.
Yeah, well, this is pretty good.
You like this?
Really well.
I was looking at a few of the old mill / Bondgrinder of mill ones, and the mill's actually the model's actually a lot tighter. And think about it, I found all these maps too in Tabletop Simulator before this. So the Tabletop Simulator map was to do the Tabletop Simulator for this Tog was like super difficult because there's like layers to it. So how the Tabletop Simulator one is they actually cut it in half so you can actually move the models. It's like almost like a real life model Tog. Think about like one of those like barns, those child barns where you open it up, right? And then you can like move your character up and down, the levels.
Hello, I gotta ask, are all of these like assets like free in the game? Like if you were to build this sort of map, or do you have to buy a lot of these sort of
What's
assets?
really cool about, there's really talented artists out there, and obviously Curse of Strahd is like a very popular module. I wish I could give credit more to the creators of these things. I could look it up. But there's like 3 or 4 different types of mills, so I often look through it. It's the same thing with Ravenloft. Like there's a few guys that have taken their own time. Just imagine these guys who are like really talented model makers. I follow another guy who's really good called Demogund. I've posted some of his stuff in our Discord. And these guys just like that guy. He actually, I'm a patron of his, so he releases it, I think, as a private asset, and so I'm able to get those ones specially done. And I look for stuff like that, kind of like as a DM resource.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I know Lys went upstairs and saw the bones. I'm like, well, we better rush this along.
I want to go look upstairs.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, they make it a little over the top, we'll say, in this one, but it's pretty cool.
There's also a bunch of
Oh,
bones
yeah.
down here in the corner.
I've gone up there.
Yeah,
I think
I noticed. I noticed them, but I was like,
Marcus rolled like kind of low, but basically there's some like, if he would have rolled a little higher, I would have said like you found some bones near the oven or something like that. Now this encounter is crazy. This is like for level like 2 or 3. So this is one of these encounters that like I think like just straight up wipes a party, like because you have to imagine how Curse of Strahd starts. You start in the east and go west. And so maybe you're like level 3 or 4 by the time this happens. But if you're like lower levels, apparently if you beat this encounter, you actually level up. So,
So we're gonna level.
and I need prep time to prep this because I didn't know if you guys were going to come here, and this is kind of a more complex fight.
that's fine. It's gonna be fun. We'll
Cool.
figure it out. Anyway,
I'm glad you like the map, Jamie. See you later, Jamie.
I gotta go too. Bye.
Thank you so much, Lys.
Yeah, I'll see you guys.
Thanks.
To the
Bye.
game, guys. See you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, Shaq. Oh, he's good.
Shaq's going to be a movie star. He's in a movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's doing a horror film.
Yeah.
Those are
He'll have to
scary.
tell us- Yeah, he'll have to tell us what it is.
It's going to direct streaming. It's for one of these streaming sites, and it's a pretty good gig for him. Like it's a paid actors gig. I don't think it's SAG, which is Screen Actors Guild, but it's a paid gig. And he's like I'm not sure if he's the lead or if he's just like an assistant character or whatever you want to call it. And the story of it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We're gonna have to
See
rent
what
it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Would
Alright.
Irina
Say,
have
Jamie?
leveled up to 9
Yeah.
as well?
Yes.
Or would she have not have? Okay.
Arena's a level 9. So I was telling Marcus / ALASTOR this a little bit too. Basically, if you guys run out of time, if you guys don't get to Irina in 5 days, we do the wedding or whatever for Strahd, and Strahd essentially wins. I rolled a D8 plus 3 minus 1 because you spent a day in Vallaki. I rolled it before the session started as a public roll, I think. So it's legitimate, you know what I mean? I didn't fudge
Yeah.
it. Minimum of 4 days, so I think there was 5 days. So that was how
I
the
think
roll,
that's a very decent amount of time.
kind of until Irina gets bit the 3rd time.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank
Nice
you,
to-
guys.
See you later.
See ya.
Oh, what?
Nice.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask Asbel son.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I sent you a message just to try to clarify on how to do a couple things with my character.
Sure.
So it's
What-
basically it's like because
what you wanna do?
My guy's proficient in a lot of stuff, which is kind of intriguing. I have
Yeah.
to describe him a little bit better because he has.
No, I think you're doing
weapons,
great. I think you're doing awesome.
Yeah, I think the character himself is pretty funny.
He's got more personality than Marcus, I think, for sure.
Yeah, it's already like a lot more enjoyable. Yeah, but
I know it would be.
I forgot to like mention it to the group. It's like when he opens his chassis, but I can just remember
Yeah.
to do that next time. But the big thing is like obviously he can like process materials like within him internally.
Sure,
but
yeah.
obviously he has to do some of the stuff externally too, like with his hands.
Yeah.
But just one thing that they asked, which I don't have the answer to, is like what materials would I need to create certain potions, and what can I innately kind of like convert, right? So,
So how potion making works, we talked about this with, and actually Dungeon Coach talked about this as well, like crafting stuff, which is something that really should be expanded on in D&D, and I don't think it's very well done. Basically, you have to spend half the material cost, and then you have to spend time. How it works with like, first of all, are you proficient in any like artisan's tools or tools?
Yeah, I'm proficient a lot. So it's like smith, tinker.
Is this because you picked up
poison.
skills? Skill is
Yeah.
a thing? Cool.
Yeah, no, not skill, just from background. So it's like
Cool.
smith, tinker, poison, and alchemist.
Oh, okay. Cool. So smith, tinker, alchemist.
Alchemist, poison.
Okay. So you have a poisoner's kit that you're also proficient in? And like
Yeah,
you
my
could,
guy's has like
yeah, and you're level
resistance
9.
to poison, and he's like
For sure.
has advantage on poison rolls, so
Yeah,
he has a
which is like a
tendency to
dwarf.
like, yeah, he has tendencies to like eat poisonous stuff just to test it,
Yeah, sure.
just because it generally
Like
won't
poison
be.
testing.
Yeah, generally, not always, will be like not harmful.
Yeah.
And so, the idea is to like process that stuff.
Basically, if you want to have that part of like your integrated part of your build, like you're doing, that's totally cool. Because ALASTOR 1.0, that's what he was doing. He was Kevin was doing that with having stuff built into his body, and it would just like, so that's you for your chance to be creative to like,
Right.
that's totally up to you. And it's like, I know with the Warforged stuff, it's like integrated into your body. It's not something like a kit you bust off your backpack and like you're doing it. So you can make it more integrated. And to me as a DM, like that's not a big deal. Especially at like level 9 play. Like, yeah, if you're level 1, maybe it would be like an issue. Just so you're not too, like at level 9, it's a different ball game. Like there's a lot more leeway where you can do pretty much a lot of stuff. You can cast like 5th level spells. So like that's kind of the power level where you're at. And so, but like how ALASTOR wanted to do it was he would like be able to like he would stick formulas into his body, and overnight he could like produce herbs and things. Like if he had the herbs and things like that, he would be able to produce like a healing potion or something like that. And how it works is that you would just make a roll, like a nature roll, to acquire the herbs or whatever, or you could buy those from like you could have bought some from the Vallaki guys. It's not a big deal. And then you can craft it, but I think you can only craft 1 potion every 8 hours. The thing about crafting stuff is it just takes time. So it's like you're like setting it up, you got your alchemist kit. And the thing is like, let me pull it up actually, because I think there was actually some DCs that they put in. Let me pull it up. Like one cool, it's called Alchemist Supply. So like, you can do these cool things. Let me link it to you here. Just like you can neutralize a poison, that's DC 20. So you get to add your proficiency bonus plus like any skill check to the roll. And you have to have this, how it works is for this these tools, like you just have to have them on you. Like for instance, you're like, hey, I want to make a potion. It's like, do you actually have the kit on you to make it? That you can't just like magically appear, even though you might have all the knowledge, right, of doing it. So like this is the idea. Like just this is from the player's handbook, page 154. Let me see if I can link it here. I'll just DM you it. And so like there's some base DCs like starting a fire, identifying a substance like you're taste testing, something like you're talking about. All kinds of skills is DC 15. Identifying a poison is DC 10. So like some of the logic you're already thinking about in your head, like they set out some basic DCs for the DM to like do it. Like if you want to just create a puff of thick smoke that would fill like a 5 by 5 foot cube, you just roll a DC 10. And this stuff would be like quote unquote integrated into your body, right?
Cool.
You know, just again, we always make like a die roll and just see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, I try to build my guy around it because it's kind of funny because he has like, well, now I have to look because I'm not that familiar.
But I just think like pieces of your body like fall apart, like your wrist would fall apart, and like, okay, now a hammer comes down, like I can do it, or you could transform your hand. Like you were thinking like, oh, I want to be like Apocalypse. That's kind of what Apocalypse was about. He would like transform his body.
Yeah, see, like he has like nature as a proficiency and arcana as a proficiency as an advantage on arcana. That's +3, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, just go with it. Like arcana is used, and like the way I do it is like use it to identify, like for instance, if you didn't talk to the Vistani guy and had to go up and identify the runes and try to decipher what it was, it would be like DC 19 because it's Strahd like created a teleportation circle, right? So you have to make an arcana roll to try to decipher the runes and like the word of actually going through the circle, right? The whole thing is like you guys are level 9, so yeah, things are going to be easier, but you know, we'll just have to see how it goes, man. Like again, at the end of the day, it's like we're making dice rolls. So, like the dice can be cruel, and sometimes the dice can be beneficial.
That's why I was rolling at the end there because I was like, well, let's see how good this wine gets because I rolled an 11, so I'm like, it actually is decent. But if I rolled like really high, then it'd be a fantastic wine, right?
Yeah,
So,
I'd rather you be creative and like let you want to do. You think of concepts, you improv them, and like, boom, there you go. You know, you can decide on exactly what you want.
I know. I was trying to hint at them for like me to eat one of the pies.
Yeah.
So I could identify it, but no one wanted me to. So my guy's not gonna. Like, that's where you see like my guy doesn't have a ton of initiative. He's just kind of following it, so it's kind of cool.
I think the group likes that too. I was gonna tell you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the problem with this zone is like a lower level zone. Like originally, you guys were in the village of Barovia, and like you meet these ladies, and like we just can't fit all the story in. You know, it's like we've kind of, that's unfortunate. Like, you know, we missed some of the key elements, like the Arrigal thing from the previous session, so we're filling in the gaps. But I think the group is cool with that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, I'm out of here.
I'll see you later.